myself personally, I love to like, here, put this microphone right there.
Like,
But it's never been that hot.
Yeah. I remember you one time you brought that clip. Yeah, you brought the magazine on stage with you. And you just loaded it with fucking gloves on.
Yeah.
He went up and
I got a talking to about that.
He went really.
Yeah, yeah. I got it mentioned to me, and this is Unpasteurized with Taylor Zaki, Lucas Schneider.
We got some special guests here.
We got a special guest here.
Guys, you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. So I'm Reece Thurber.
My name is Benjamin Larson.
Hey, you're sounding good. You're
guys
sounding good. That's perfect.
You guys
volume.
are comedians, right?
Well, not for very long.
Well, Reece is the other half of the Dude Actually podcast.
Yeah, shouts out to Dude Actually.
We've had Zach on the show, and now Reece is here to defend his own honor.
I am, yeah.
Because Zach talked a lot of shit when he was here alone. So
Yeah, let's get a reminder of what.
Was Zach saying that Reece stinks?
He was saying a lot of things about Reece, on and off
He was calling
record.
me smelly, dude.
What's his bloodline?
Get
Not good.
Get as close as you can.
Get,
so
this-
put it in
this
your
close.
mouth, baby.
I'm so close,
That's
dude.
maybe that was good.
That was right about where
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
see
you
where
got to
I'm
get
at.
in there. We
See
were.
where I'm at.
We're sharing a mic, and it makes me feel so gay. Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming in to suck this dick.
Hey,
every time.
hey,
You're
hey.
just holding it in front of me.
Hey, we're old school America. There ain't nothing illegal about puffing a fag on
There
the
ain't
inside.
nothing illegal about puffing really anything ever. You know, you
Yes.
should be able to puff what you want to puff.
That's
dude.
right. This is
Suck what you want to
America.
suck, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're here.
Shirley
we're
Temple
here-
and Roy
I believe
Rogers
in
on deck.
sucking.
We're batting.
I
Yeah,
believe
and
in
so
sucking
we're bad
right.
so
hard.
so Taylor comes to an open mic and he puts on vinyl latex vinyl gloves, unpowdered, I believe, and they're blue. And he just pulls out a magazine for I think it was probably a 9mm, but he just loads it on stage during his set. I didn't know Taylor so well back then. That was like the second or third time I saw him go up on stage. And I've owned a firearm for years, and I've never carried it on a day-to-day basis. And for about a week going to other, like, comedy things, I'm like, I should probably, like, just in case, have my gun on me, you know? Like, just in case. Like, because, you know, like, he pulls out the gloves and puts the gloves on, and I was like, oh, all right, all well and good. I wonder what's going to happen here. And then he pulls out a magazine, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
And then he puts on a ski mask.
It didn't go that far. I think I did a poem. It was. It had something to do with the
Yeah,
poem.
you were doing
Yeah.
poetry while loading a magazine in a
You did
room
do
full
that.
of people.
That's
with
actually a
gloves
good
on.
bit, though, just doing like a bit of sad
You know what?
poetry while you're just loading a gun.
It was a great bit,
That's actually a good bit.
and
dude.
it was the only time I've gotten a talking to from the establishment.
There was no way. I kept the gun. I did not bring a gun with me. I only brought the magazine.
Oh, I understand.
I only brought the magazine.
I explained.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
you're
went
right. It's
fine.
a little bit crazy. You know, that's just what we do.
Well, you know, it's
It's
wild
what we
times.
do, dude.
It's very funny.
It's wild times here at the Dubliner pub.
Yeah, we're fucking how's that chicken strip order coming
No,
up?
dude, I'm looking, and it's we sent your order to Raising Cane's for final confirmation.
Oh,
and
so-
it's been like that for like 8 minutes, bro.
Oh,
so
dude,
I'm
they're
getting
gonna
a
be
little-
pissed.
What are
I'm
they going to be
getting a
pissed
little-
about? They're fucking literally there till 3 a.m. fucking dealing with people
Well,
rolling
and
through
honestly,
the drive-thru.
the whole business is chicken, right? It's like how hard
is
you got,
chicken?
Yeah, you got fryers.
You're going to be
dude.
frying fucking
Your
chicken all
chef-
fucking
yeah,
night.
Your chef is fryers.
This is the problem. This is why we're fucking unpasteurized.
But you know,
Sorry.
I did put, you know, I did put butter on both sides, extra crispy fries, extra crispy chicken, extra canes, extra love, extra kisses on the instructions, special instructions. So
Oh, good.
we'll see. Maybe they
spit in our food now.
maybe they took issue with it. I can't be certain until the food comes unspitless or spit.
Oh
spit.
my god.
Spit riddled.
Spit riddled, yeah, spittled.
This tastes like spit to you guys.
So what kind of things was good old Waterhog saying about me when?
I wasn't here either.
Yeah,
That's
both of
right,
them were
dude.
gone.
They fucking
Yeah.
told me I was in prison.
That's
Yeah, he was in
right.
Which
a
is a
he was
trip.
he was in a Chinese work camp.
Taylor
which,
the
you know,
Hollow Point Zotke. Was,
I haven't been in a work camp in fucking years either.
a re-education camp is what I think they told you it was.
I escaped the fucking. I forgot.
Get it in there.
The Galapagos Islands.
I saw two turtles fucking.
I don't know. I think he said you were shacked up with some dude. and you couldn't make it. I think that was the extent of his creativity.
All right.
I think that's what the water hog extended in his. I came up with a great and terrific story as to why Taylor wasn't here, and that was the lazy bullshit that Zach came up with.
That is so unsurprising. Here's some unlazy bullshit that Ben and I were conspiring about before the show.
Yeah, let's hear where Zach is right now.
So
This is so funny.
So for one, your idea first, Ben.
So, dude, I thought it would be so funny for us to just release a podcast like labeled like quick actually or something like that, and then number it like 23, and then release it, and then somebody sends it to Zach, and it's just us talking about how bad Zach smells, and it's episode 23. And we're just making references to like what we spoke about last week, or then just be like, all right, so remember when Addy was on, and then he was talking about that one thing, so I also encountered that this month, and just
Jesus.
Zach is just
Water hogs are known to have an aroma.
You know, when I told him I was worried about smelling one time, I was like, hey, I'm really, because he was cold, and I gave him a jacket, and I was like, hey, that's a duck hunting jacket, Bubba. That might smell a little bit. And he was like, oh, it's just ironic.
He had a real no worries type of attitude.
No worries. It will probably smell worse when
and
I
then
get it
it was
back
only when he took it off that he was like, yeah, no, that jacket really does smell, man. Like, but I wore it.
It smells now that I wore it.
We were thinking before the show, too. We were like, so what if Ben brought up, like, what if we, like, just bought a billboard for a month, you know?
Yeah.
And our heinous ideas were all like way too much to put on a billboard. No one would ever do it. So we were like, what if we made flyers to put all around town that was just essentially like Zach's picture, and it was like, this man gets no bitches. Like, if you are, have, or know bitches, call this number, and it's Zach's number, you know. And so he gets hundreds and hundreds of calls and texts and stuff throughout the week, and we'll pay people to like just like, hey, here's $20-$30, like here, and 50 flyers. Go put them up in wherever you can. Around
North
where you're at,
Benson.
you know? Yeah, I want them I want a bunch downtown in Benson. I want some like. There's gonna be like 4 outside of Emmett's. Like,
oh, good God.
We
can canvas West O. You want to go door to door in West O?
I think it would be. I honestly I'm very much entertaining going through with that idea. I think it would be.
That is not the word.
That is
I
wild.
know what we could do for the billboard.
You got to get. What you got to do is you got to get in touch with the guy that flies that rolling smoke plane. That's who you need to get in touch with.
The plane. Yeah,
I know some
man.
Italians with billboards.
Dude, if we could get a billboard and just be like, this man is a chronic stinky person. If you are willing to test products to make him not smell, call this number.
What's he smell like, guys?
Person.
Oh, dude. So
Like if I got a whiff of him,
so
does he smell like crawfish?
Ben was. So there was a moment where we had a podcast the other night. It was raining. We wanted to open up the window, and the wind was wafting in like a lot of that rainy earth smell, kind of wormy. But the wind was also like wafting Zach's stench, like kind of in the room.
Oh yeah.
And so we kind of smelled it, and we were like, "Whoa!" Like me and Ben were like, "What?"
Oh, because of the humidity.
And
So moist.
and you know,
so
so
much
Zach goes, oh yeah. Like after we brought it up a few times, Zach's like, oh yeah, no, that like, I totally smell that too. Oh, I'm smelling that. It's like wet dog or something.
Yeah.
And me and Ben were like, no,
That's
that like
you.
wet dog smell is just the outside rain smell, right? But we didn't say anything because we realized it was Zach at that point, and we didn't want to be rude, especially on the podcast, right? But we'll definitely be rude on y'all. So
God, Jesus Christ.
so it's like it was like a couple weeks later. We're driving back from O'Neill, and Ben was like, "Hey man, you know, in all honesty, like that night that we did the podcast, that smell was you." And he's like, "No, like it wasn't." And Ben described it as something, and he was like, "Dude, it smelled like shit. Like it smelled like dog shit." And Zach was like, "No, that's what I was saying that night. It smelled like dog shit." And we were like, "No, you didn't." He's like, "And especially when I went outside, it smelled like dog shit. Like it was just all around the apartment." And I was like, "Dude, I've got to be so honest with you, man. Like, what we smelled was like hot, sour garbage, like horrible hot sour garbage. You know, like man, like." And he was like, no, that's like, no, I smelled that too. I'm like, bro, the story's
Come on,
changed.
bro.
Like when he doesn't, he gets real ripe. When he doesn't shower for a few days.
What the fuck? A few days?
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
he'll shower
Have you ever
times
seen
a
those?
day,
Have
dude.
you ever seen that wet
I put
spaghetti on his head,
cornstarch
dude?
on my
Dude,
fucking
oh,
balls to keep them
I
dry.
noticed that Sunday morning in O'Neill on the when he
Get
had
that
his.
fucking phone away from our device.
Oh, dude, we are so in there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We are at the dasher waiting for order stage,
Should we
dude.
let the dash?
Oh, we
So a little
oh,
context.
So
The
we have
Dasher's
we
doing
have
it
we
for
have
me.
very few. Just before we get into this, we have very few rules on this podcast. One thing we try not to do is to shout out brands
They already said like
until they
3
start
or 4
paying for
times.
us. But I'm
Ah,
sure
good.
we've already said it already
That's
because
besides the point.
we're
We got-
really bad at following.
We
our
got
own
50
rules,
chicken tendies on their way. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh god damn!
And there's
I
only
can't wait
4
for
of
it.
us, dude. So
Shouts out to Double K, gone but not forgotten.
yeah,
What
we're
a
all
drive,
eating 12 and a half. 12 and a half
What?
chicken tendies.
Per each.
That's each of us.
Yeah, average
If
12
it's
and a half.
50, yeah,
Oh,
we'd have to eat
Jeez.
12 and
Do
a
they
half.
have a 30-pack?
I'll Lady in the Tramp one of them with you. That my half and your half, we could just get that going like right off the rip. Honestly,
sauce
that'll be our
down.
first tendy.
I think that's the first tendy.
Lady and Tramp, the
That'll be
first
the-
one. We get our half out of the way.
We gotta have the grubber here for that, though. They gotta witness that. They gotta talk into the mic and tell us what they're seeing. Because we don't have a fucking camera.
Yep.
But that'd be hot, yeah. What's your bloodline, dog? I need to know before I...
My bloodline.
Yeah,
He's really into bloodlines.
I mean, I actually do have it on an app on my
Yeah,
phone, and I
yeah,
could
you
hold
do.
it pretty far away if you'd like the exact percentage.
Give me a...
well, you could
guess.
just tell us. We'll trust. We'll trust
Well,
whatever
I
you
don't know.
say.
So loosely, I'm 30% Dutch.
Oh, Hingle Durgan.
Like from Denmark.
Deutschland. No, Denmark. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. But they speak Deutsch.
Or wait, no,
I
that's
don't fucking
Danish. No, Denmark is Danish.
Denmark's Danes.
Yeah,
The Danes.
yeah.
The
So
Danes.
I'm 30% Danish,
The Dutch.
and then about
Dutch.
30% German,
Ooh.
German Europe,
You look
German
like it.
European, I think is what it classifies, and then it's like Sardinian and Polish and like I don't know, a bunch of smaller other things that I don't remember.
Fag.
I would like to chime in because this is what is very funny. Germany is called Deutschland. They call themselves Deutschland.
Yeah, but they're not Dutch.
Denmark and Germany are connected. It's like somebody literally just drew a line in the same land.
They did.
They are literally directly
Oh,
connected.
We're about to get Taylor fired up.
So it's
I fucking-
You have
but
no
it's
idea.
like,
You have no idea
dude,
the mind.
they are the same people. They're literally the same people. So it's like, well, you're 30% this and 30% that. It's like, bro, you're 60% German.
Hey,
All
brother.
of Germany came.
How many candles
Taylor's
you light?
murdered 6 hookers over this.
I've done what?
He hires hookers just to yell at about
I just
German
hired- yeah.
history.
Hires Hooker to give history lessons, dude.
Yeah.
Listen up, you dumb bitch.
Get off the streets.
Hitler wasn't that bad, okay?
You know what? That's the exact thing he said. That's
We're learning, dude. It's a new Hitler wasn't. We got to be careful. We're on unpasteurized.
it's unpasteurized.
Hey, I don't know.
the Autobahn school, but
The
anyway.
Autobahn's sick. Well, and all the
Well, I
death
said
camps
that.
were in the Bolshevik states. So what does that tell you?
Are you just going to slowly make an argument for Hitler?
No,
dude.
no,
Yeah, dude.
no.
Yeah, dude.
Is it just
Hey,
a back
hey.
and forth? Yeah, yeah.
What,
saw-
the truth
and
is,
you
you're
know
on-
the economy was horrible at the time, so
The
they did
truth,
get
the
fucked
truth
over.
is, you're on a brand new game show. Can we convince you to follow Nazism before the chicken tenders get here?
Oh shit! Don't tell you.
Brought
that.
to you by Raising Cane's.
No, they didn't bring nothing. We got to
They
pay
haven't
for
brought
that
shit.
Fuck them.
It's an independent contractor.
They used to
bringing
be.
that us.
Where were they? Where'd they start? Didn't they start in this state?
Louisiana.
They started in Louisiana.
Do you know the
But we
story?
had them
Well,
early.
fuck them.
Do you know the story of how they started?
No, but I know it's
They stole somebody's
started-
recipe. I bet.
No, it was
probably
so
black folks, but
Probably the black folks.
yeah, it was some black guy actually.
It's
No,
the
some kid
marinade.
was in college and they told he was like doing a college project on like starting a small business, and his business was Raising Cane's, and they were like, "This is dumb. You get a failing grade because he was like, you can't have a restaurant that only sells chicken tenders."
Why not?
And he was like, "Fuck you, I can." Literally went to his parents or some shit, got a loan, started Raising Cane's as like a spite project to fuck his professor.
Did
and
he
then,
ever fuck her?
And then, well, actually, that's a good question.
God, throw a chicken strip up that bitch's clam.
You think she would want to after that?
Fuck, I'd rub the hot.
She
greasy
probably,
strip
yeah.
right on her clit.
She'd be like, I've been thinking about you. I was eating
Welcome
your
to it,
tenders
Reece.
last
It's really
night.
unpasteurized back here in the back corner.
You wouldn't rub a chicken strip on a bitch's.
I would honestly, like, to be honest, I would definitely rub a lot of sauces. Like, I wouldn't rub
Sauce. You're a sauce
Yeah,
guy.
well,
You don't
no,
want
like-
spice
so
sauce.
I'd rub
Not
the-
a spicy sauce.
I-
Nothing
yeah,
with pepper.
I'd,
No,
so I'd
no
rub
pepper.
it. I'd rub
I've
the
done that
chicken
with
tender
sweets.
for sure.
I
But
fucked up with the fingers before.
What I'd want to do is I'll pour like some of that, that cane sauce in my palm, and I'll like rub it down the center of her chest,
Oh.
and then like slap her ass with the residue that's just like sitting on the end of the paintbrush
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
And then I'm taking like the biggest tender in the box.
Oh,
Oh.
God, what are you gonna do?
And I'm
What are you
taking
gonna
my
do with
time.
it?
That tender is gonna know every single inch of that
Oh my
sauce
God.
Yeah.
before it
Yeah.
ends up in my
You're
mouth.
dragging that thing across her.
And just like the end of my paintbrush, that chicken tendy, right on that little slap stain on the ass.
You stuck it in her ass. or
And
you
then
eat
and
it?
only then,
I want to know. I'm sorry.
then and only then am I eating the first chicken tender in the combo.
What are you gonna do with the fries?
Oh, dude, the fries. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Dude. These are some steak fries, bro. These are some thick.
Oh man.
Oh, dude,
The crinkle cut fries, dude. Ribbed
God,
for her pleasure.
you gotta lap up that squirt with the
Yeah,
Texas toast, baby.
Ooh, are you gonna?
Where do you put the coleslaw though?
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm a no slaw guy myself. Talking,
guys are
talking
raw.
to the mic if you're.
the logical solution would be like the belly button.
Oh, I love
Or,
slurping
it would
that.
hold it pretty well, and if you think about it, right between the cheeks, it would almost be like a wonton taco there. Just the shape of the shell there, and it would hold it securely enough to eat it. With,
You get
with
the right
no-
broad or clam could probably hold some coleslaw.
Yeah, and so it's
Herself,
not a
you know.
vinegar. It's a
That-
mayo coleslaw.
Oh,
there,
it's a
right?
cream. It's a creamy mayo. Yeah, it's a sweet.
So,
it's
I
a
mean,
sweet coleslaw.
man, you're not gonna.
That's
fuck with-
correct.
Yeah.
You need that a sweet coleslaw.
Yeah,
My
you
man-
don't-
God, I
you
love
don't
a
need
bitch with tater
utensils
salad
to
in
get
her
that
snatch.
out of the shell, dude.
You're right. All tongue.
the clam?
What a clam!
I don't
you
mind
guys,
it.
you guys get the lemonades, right?
Of course.
What do you guys?
I
Sweet
get
tea.
the lemonade. I'm the
soda
lemonade
guys?
fella.
You guys drink
Soda. Well,
Oh,
we got.
I can get on some soda. Right now I'm
We're
drinking.
trying to
I'm
drink
drinking Roy
old
Rogers.
sodas if we're
We
bringing.
drink
if we're
old
being real
sodas.
honest.
Cheer wine is one brand we
You
will
trying to
shut
drink
out.
Old sodas.
Retro fucking sodas. You go to Lou's in Norfolk, Nebraska.
We'll get you.
Okay.
Well,
They got a whole
I gotta
wall
drive-
of
I gotta
retro
drive
sodas.
3 hours.
Well, they
to-
put real fucking
Well,
sugar in
we
it,
can get-
natural fucking ingredients.
w-
It's an
once
actual.
once we get more established in a more stationary place,
And what's
we'll,
the
we'll get you
benefit?
some cheer wine.
some cheer wine.
What's
Cheer
the benefit?
wine. You know about
What's
cheer
the
wine?
benefit?
What's the benefit of
What's
the
the
natural?
benefit?
Cheer
Oh.
wine's an all-American
That's the way
soda
this
made.
is doing.
The company started in 1917. It is a cherry cola. It gets carbonation from phosphates instead of like carbonated water. Like, dude,
That's
I'm telling
exactly what I'm looking for,
you, dude, it is so good. It gets you so goddamn
You wanna
hyper.
talk about
Well,
a
that's why I
buzz?
don't drink soda.
That's why they used to put Coke in it. You're fucking right. You ever seen how they do it in like Little Italy? That guy like pumps the Coke syrup in the water and stirs
It's
it
like
up?
that. It's like the old school fountain soda.
God
style.
damn,
it's
dog.
not. It's not.
Before-
It's got real sugar in it. Doesn't
yeah,
have that corn slop in it, dog.
Yeah,
Before we knew how to make metal strong enough to take air pressure. I'm
What are you
so
talking
glad we
about?
used phosphates.
Dude, phosphates are lit. You don't fuck with
phosphate sodas are
phosphates?
where it's at.
I have been to a sulfur.
Do you even
spring.
know your periodic table, dog?
I know some of it.
Get on your.
What is
periodic
phosphate?
table.
What's the number?
That's not pH, would it? No. No. Well, phosphate isn't an element.
34.
You might be
Phosphorus is.
right.
Phosphorus is.
Yeah, we don't really know.
Phosphorus,
We don't
correct,
really.
yeah.
We don't really know what we're
Ketamine's an
talking
element,
about.
It was a
right?
trick
We
question.
barely know what we're
Ketamine's
talking about
on
back
there,
here.
dude.
Ketamine's on there.
Meth's on there.
Yeah, meth's up there. Yeah.
Do you think codeine's on there?
Fire is.
I miss promethazine
Codeine.
codeine, dude.
None of the things we just said.
God,
are
I
on
used
the
to love
periodic
fucking
table.
getting on that drank and just getting down. I used
That
to love
drank for
fucking
you was
girls on
codeine?
drank, dog.
He
That
used to be
drank
on
for
that
me,
drink.
I
is
used to be a
whiskey.
lean. I used to be the white.
He
I'd be
used to
wearing
lean.
Hurley shirts and just fucking be
Codeine.
leaned out. You want to talk about a
He
white
used, to
guy?
lean, he used to lean with it and rock with it.
You can't. Could you do both at the same time?
No.
You really?
He was
No,
only
I
a
know.
leaner or a rocker. He could not.
I
he,
don't do
he could
both at the
he
same
could
time.
not do both.
Hey, I do know a guy, and I tell you what, he used to do a little amphetamines, and he would check his blood pressure after. He'd be like, check this out, it's a little bit high. And then what he would do is he'd break out his fucking weed pipe, and he'd hit that weed pipe. And then he'd retake his blood pressure again and be like, look, it's perfect. See, it's all about balance. And that's how he rode life, and he's doing fine.
That's actually very funny.
That's hilarious. That's for real.
He has a system. He's like, look at how fucked up I am.
What a
My
wild
blood
way to
pressure."
ride through life.
Life's all about finding the perfect buzz. I really think that. Don't you guys? I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't think it's the. I've heard worse ideas, but not many.
I don't know.
Just
This country
catching
was
the perfect wave every day, dude.
literally. I mean, this country was better. The cars were better when you could drink 2 scotches on your fucking hour-and-a-half lunch break.
That's also
mean,
because
that's
they
true.
could go like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, but we would do better at being better if we were better.
We're all about bringing this country back from the brink.
Fucking back from the brink, dog.
Listen, I'm ready to kill.
No,
I'm ready to kill
we're
for my
gonna
country,
we're gonna
dude.
try a new system.
We're gonna try to do it
It's
peacefully.
very what we're gonna try to
It
do is
won't-
we're gonna try
it
to set.
won't work, dude.
Yeah, it will. We're gonna try to set up a very nationalist solution where we put tariffs on other countries, and where we only import with the countries that we like and actually need something from.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, and we're gonna build cars here again. See, this is why Toyotas, and you're like, you got a Honda or a Hyundai?
I have a Honda.
Yeah, I think it. Toyota and Honda, and maybe even Nissan, assemble great vehicles here, and their components actually come from American-made, like steel manufacturers and stuff. Right? This is a true fact. They're investing more in our fucking country than Ford and Chevy be doing. Now,
Did you see what's going on with the oil change for the new Chevy truck?
what's the oil change?
You can't
Like to change the
Yeah,
oil?
like you
cannot
can't do it yourself.
You
Yeah.
cannot do it yourself.
Which is inappropriate. I think that's the worst thing that's
You
ever
have
happened.
to take
They're
it
so
in.
they're
So
making machines
see
so
what I'm saying?
What
complicated
about
you can't
if
fix them in your home.
manufacturing requires you to take it in? Like, why can only the dealership? Is there like a special?
like-
key
Because they're
you need?
trying to
it's-
make it.
Yeah,
because
you can't
that's
take it
how
out.
The
they
cash
make
for
money.
okay.
They have like a special
is-
tool to take it out.
This is
not-
why Obama
Yeah.
needed to be stopped. The cash for clunkers objective was like the first wrong thing you could have possibly done. That was it right there. You had a bunch of vehicles that obviously, and like those were like prime years. Like, so if you got anything from the 80s to the early 2000s, you had like the literal best of American vehicle. Like,
They're
dude,
very easy to
how
fix
many
and
fucking
maintain
Park
by
Avenues do you, like?
yourself.
There's like if you
Yeah.
find a Buick Park Avenue, even if it's sat for 5 years, and somebody's like, you could that bitch probably fire.
Great car.
Oldsmobiles, all of them. Like, for real. Chevy Caprices, everything. Those vehicles all fucking fire and run, but they're a clunker because they burn too much oil. But everybody could fix them. They didn't require that much maintenance, actually. Like, I mean, I don't know. So they're taking your capability of actually knowing how to, like, get away or flee a situation. It's a freedom takeover.
You want to? All right, so check this out. This is both cool and crazy. But so now with what they're like thinking about doing for car companies is using 3D printers. So instead of them just printing a bunch of parts, like just or making a bunch of parts and then hoping people buy them and they just sit in these warehouses, what they're thinking about doing is making every single car part able to be 3D printed. That way when somebody needs a car part, they can just print it out at the location. But that means that the only like it's going to restrict and they're going to get so total control over the parts.
Yeah, that
They're
also
already doing that.
That isn't gonna work with any serious mechanical.
No,
Yeah, but
nothing-
see, here's the problem with
nothing like-
mechanics.
yeah,
all the
yeah.
small town mechanics are
Well,
getting
they're-
fucked because they have to pay for these computer
Well, oh,
systems
yeah.
to
Also-
fucking diagnose these vehicles and to fuck around and correct them. And it's out. It's killing your. It's you know what the shade tree. mechanic,
We're very pro business. I don't know
Well-
how much unpasteurized you listen to. It gets pretty crazy on here.
Well,
But
dude, the crazy thing is like, give it 5 years, 3D printers are going to be able to print things with solid steel.
Print this
That's gonna be
dick,
nuts.
bitch. We're gonna fucking blow you up. We're gonna fucking blow you up, you AI little creepy bastards. I
So-
swear to God, we're fucking coming for you.
And so are
By the
you-
power of God, we're gonna fucking strike you down. You try to fuck with a Chevy one more time. I swear to fucking God, if I can't buy a fucking Cummins made in a fucking America and haul some shit up a goddamn mountain in Wyoming, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. And it's gonna be one of you cocksuckers at the top. We're coming for you. Okay.
You're
We're
not,
gonna throw you off the falls, bitch.
You're not a big proponent of 3D printers, then I take it.
No, I don't mind them, but I just believe they should be like more of an individual thing. Like I should be allowed to print a fucking gun, but you should not be able to completely control the 3D printing blueprints of if that's where the world's going. You don't get to just control that, you cock knocker.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to. No, I was just trying to answer.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry.
99% of this podcast is me just getting Taylor fired up about something.
I don't know, guys. It hurts my heart.
One of my
It
favorite-
hurts my heart.
It's total bullshit. And like my biggest fan of the government is the whole purpose behind it is to defend us from domestic and foreign threats. And
Malicious.
corporations right now are the domestic threat. That is where our government should step in and say, you're not allowed to fuck our people over like this. Like, stop doing this dumb shit. This is fucking gay. Stop doing it, or you cannot sell this, and we'll kill everybody in your company.
I don't even know if it's necessarily gay. I'd call it more treasonous, but that's,
Well, being gay.
treason is pretty fucking gay, dude.
Unpasteurized is very pro public executions of treasonous people.
Thanks.
we're very
gonna
pro.
haul
If
you into the
you
street.
found a treason, you should be beheaded on national
I
television.
believe it, dude.
In front of everybody. It should be.
And
it should be an
the
event.
president
It
that
should be
beheads
an event.
them.
We're
so
canceled.
heavy.
We're so fucked. We're gonna get the doors kicked in on us the next time we're in here. We're gonna be like, everything's fucked.
Well, we haven't mentioned where we're at right now, but they can
Jesus
figure it out. This is
fucking
post my
Christ.
clarity. Anyway,
How are they doing on that order there, dog? I'm getting real hungry thinking about it.
Yeah, they're actually pretty close.
That's fucking
They're
sick.
actually pretty close. I was
Can we get the
wondering
guy
if I
on the
should-
pod?
I think somebody should.
I was wondering if he should give it to the bartender because I can give him
I think you should walk out
instructions. Yeah, I mean, I could.
you could.
How cool? Well,
Since you've been cornered in there like a rat.
Yeah, I think Taylor should go get it, right?
I
I'm
think
scared
so.
to talk to people. Yeah, whatever. I'll fucking go get some chicken strips.
Go
From
get our
who?
big old box of
I think-
chicken.
Is it
You
gonna
know,
be hot? I'm gonna burn my arms.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, dude, it'll be fine, dude. I
We
feel
got-
like
pull up some tables.
Taylor. I feel like you're a guy that worries a lot.
I have so much
Yeah,
fucking
Taylor
worry.
is so
Let me
paranoid.
hit that too when you're done.
He's
Is that
Taylor's terrified of everything.
I'm
that
fucking
happens.
yeah. You want to talk about shit?
When
I'm
I'm the
scared.
when
They're
I'm
coming.
the
Can I
voice
rip
of
that?
reason, you
Can I
know
rip that?
that's
Please,
not
please
good.
do, man.
What's my worry?
Yeah, if you don't rip
Death, slow, painful fucking death.
why
Watching people not be like watching my kids not be able to have a beautiful world to live in like they were fucking intended and supposed to be able to.
Well, isn't the essence of that worry the slowest and most painful death you could give yourself?
And if I would
Yes.
rather die this slow and painful death than have anybody else have to do it. It's up to me.
Hey, man. Well,
The-
if your worry saves us all, then worry away.
I bet it will someday. Listen, I fucking have called all this shit. I told Lucas, I was like, watch, this guy's gonna be saying this shit pretty soon.
I have said if an apocalypse happened, I told Zach this the other day, you would definitely be on the list of top people I would
got
seek
you,
out.
dog. I got you.
If some crazy shit happened, I would bring my generator and all my provisions to you immediately.
I just ask for full
top 3
militant
people.
relinquishment of all rights. I make all militant and tactical column solutions happen. Like anything that we got to do, yeah. All right, cool. I'll keep. I want everybody to stay alive.
Not for me because I couldn't live underneath somebody else.
No, you don't
but I
got to
do
live underneath.
understand.
It's just when it's militant time.
No, that's what I mean. I would have to be in charge, so we could never coexist because I could not.
Man, I'm rolling in.
Unless I will say this: unless somebody proves themselves worthy, I cannot follow, dude. If I do think I'm better, which unfortunately I often do, always, I cannot follow.
And to
That's
that,
kind of
I
attitude
say
that's gonna
good
get you
luck.
killed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
attitude that's gonna get you killed.
You know what I always think about when I'm on airplanes? I actually secretly sometimes wish that it would go down. I'd be like, and then I'd just survive, and we'd all be lost, and it'd just be like the real chance to start a society.
Well, now, you know what? That's actually great for Unpasteurized because I'm certain that now we will be entered into evidence as to plane fucking hijacking.
I wonder if they
that's
keep
taking
like
place.
condoms in the black box in the cockpit. You know,
They have to, right?
like if it really came down to it. and this
I
thing
hear
crashes-
pilots
think?
fuck. I hear pilots just fuck each other.
Pilots
That's
are
what they
dirty.
do.
I was flying to Maine, and the guy was all fucking coked out of his fucking gourd. We got to LaGuardia.
Pilot?
Yeah,
What, was
we
he getting
li-
on the intercom and was like, "Yo,
we were so fucking.
I got-
flying
he was so, well. I took out.
If all of you have got $20, we can have 50 chicken strips waiting for us.
Yo, I'm making an Uber order right now.
But no,
y'all in on this
he
or
was coked the
what?
fuck out, dude. He showed up like 45 minutes late. We had to like fly into a storm, and he got on the plane. His tie was already undone. He didn't have his hat on, and he was bald, but he had those strands of hair that came across. He was sweating like a motherfucker.
I hate that shit, dude. Just own it. Like, don't comb it over, man. That's such risky behavior. I don't live my life like that.
He was a great
You don't-
pilot.
Yeah, you don't comb that shit over. You just shave the top, man. And probably the sides. I don't get the bald top.
I don't know.
and
I
the
would leave a
sides.
Just
bald
keep it
top.
long on the back.
Yeah, like if it went gone, I wouldn't cover it up, but I would rock the solid bald
If
up top.
I was like really weird in my older age, if I was losing my hair, I would definitely grow out the sides and have it as a ponytail.
Yeah.
And I want to get like really fat, you know.
You would want to get fat.
I want to look terrible. I want to look really bad just for like
Lean into the bad.
fun
Yeah,
of
I
it.
get
Yeah,
you.
The
yeah,
fun
like-
of it.
Like
Fuck
once
it.
you let go like that, where like how you know
Where will it take you?
Yeah, what do
You'll-
you looking in the mirror before you leave? Like no, dude.
Never.
You're like I'm fucking
my
disgusting, dude.
Dude,
The
just-
world's my oyster.
I'm disgusting, and it's everybody else's problem.
Oh.
And then you
Dude,
become a hitman because
you know
like,
what?
no one wants to look at
You
you.
know
No one
what?
remembers your face.
You know what that sounds like? The water hog way. That's what that sounds like.
The way of water.
That's the water hog way.
I'm being so serious. I do want to produce these posters. I think it would be so fucking funny.
I
If,
think
like,
I
Zach
think
would have to
you
tear down
genuinely
so much.
could get a billboard, just put his face and his phone number on it, and say nothing else, and it would get great results.
How many dick pics you think?
Imagine if
Too
we,
many.
if we did a billboard of our podcast, where our podcast is just
Just
us
put the-
talking
just put
about
the
how
other up there.
smelly Zach is.
We could just put a QR code link to this episode.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just people
Hey.
listening to us talk about how smelly Zach is.
If you guys want to butt fuck somebody, call Zach.
Looking for a good butt
One time,
fucking.
you guys remember? You ever get on that casual encounter list on the old fucking Craigslist? Nah, dog.
No,
Nah,
honestly,
dog,
I've only been
I've-
on-
I've-
One time, somebody
I've
put me on the
perused.
mail for mail. Someone had my number,
Ooh.
and they put my number on the mail for. I got so many wiener pictures. I got jealous. You're talking about a night of fucking affliction. Didn't know how to feel about it, guys.
I'll be honest, I've perused it, but everything always seemed like a scam or a trap by the cops. So I've never followed through, but I have looked at the posts.
Dude, I mean,
So.
adult theaters and like mutual masturbation, like public places exist. Like the
Really? Here in
There's-
town? Shout them out.
Well, so
Here's some rub
Council Bluffs
some
is
rub
a
and
place.
tizugs around
and
here.
I don't wanna name it. I suppose. Maybe
Oh, it's
not.
local? You would know.
No, it's Council Bluffs. I've never been in.
Oh.
I've never been in, but I'm part of.
It's an
like,
adult
the-
theater.
I'm like a loose part of the LGBTQ community, right?
A loose
And,
part.
like,
Here's a loose
there's,
part.
there's
Emphasis on
murmurs.
loose.
Yeah. there's murmurs and like documentations
Damn.
of where one could go for some.
Man,
like,
they're sticking
anonymous,
dicks
like-
through holes.
I-
and
you
shit,
know-
huh?
And a lot of them are parks.
Hey,
right?
I heard
But,
there's
like,
a good glory hole at the
there's-
sex shop in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, it's a sex shop just right over the bridge.
God,
Apparently,
dirty,
it's
greasy.
like 15 minutes from where we're sitting now, if that.
God, I could go for some good new cock rings too.
Well,
Couldn't we
we
all?
could go see if that dirty place in Council Bluffs that I wrote that joke about is still open.
Well, which one's?
They have a movie theater in the back. That's how I found out about that. They got movie
Taylor,
booths.
the man is pulled up.
You want me to go
Man's pulled
stand
up.
out there? Is he coming down the stairs?
I don't know. I suspect he'd call me. He just drove past though.
Oh, he
I
drove
have
past.
no
See the
idea.
cocksucker.
It is a basement.
Yeah.
They usually come in. A lot of people order stuff too here. So
Yeah, I feel like.
Do I need to go grab it?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of freaking out, to be honest.
Don't do that to me.
I'm like I'm holding it together, but like just barely. Like, and it's just like the pressure of being.
I have high cortisol, and this is why.
Yeah, dude. Well, I have. Don't worry, because I have the. What do they? Fuck! I fucked that one up, dude. Never mind. Let's move on.
yeah. Anyway, I'm producing, so I can't get it.
Let me know when he comes back around.
We got everybody boxed in here. So
I'll go get the fucking
last
chicken
option.
strips. It's not a big fucking deal. Quit yelling at me.
Dude, Taylor.
I feel like I'm
you're
calm
mad
and
at me
talking
about this whole
incredibly calm.
chicken
I'm so
strip
fucking
fiasco.
pissed, dude. I fucking hate moving.
Taylor's the most worked up
Dude, he
I've ever
did-
seen him be.
He did a whole.
He's going
square
around the block. He'll come back
Whole
around.
round, whole round the blocks.
Yeah, dude.
Those chicken strips better be nice and temperate.
I
so
gave
can
that
just eat 'em.
motherfucker a $12 tip, and it was suggested to give him a $7 tip.
Oh my! So he should be going way out of his way.
Well,
to
Ben
be
did
helping
us such a
out.
favor on the chicken strips.
did on
I
the
was
chicken
Yeah,
like,
shout out to
you know.
Ben on the chicken strips.
Yeah,
on
shout out to
on
Ben
the
on the chicken
largest
strips.
order of chicken strips I've ever seen.
This
from
is
Cane's
he's
in person.
like this is my big back boy here. I know no one can see him.
Is he coming
Super
back? I'm getting kind of hungry. I will go get him. I'm not worried
Dude,
about that.
The thing
The
is,
big
he's
bag
coming
bitch.
back, but is he? You know?
Don't
You
fucking
know-
tell me that. If he
you
takes
know-
off with 50 fucking chicken strips, someone's gonna get fucking
Would-
kneecapped.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
We'll
I
beat
feel like
the
he, I
fuck
feel
out
like
of him.
he went around the block and was like, "They're not gonna notice if 10 of these are gone."
He's like,
I'm counting now. That
oh
cost.
shit! I got to get these
He
clothes
is-
back up.
He is a big, sweaty man. He's kind of like the version of me I just detailed earlier. You know?
He's water hoggish.
Yeah. He's bald top, ponytail back.
Oh yeah, he's got water hog potential.
He's 100% going to be an African man. He's going to be a tall and slender man.
Should we put bets on it?
I got
That is
62 bucks on
absolutely-
Slim Arab.
All right, I am going to.
I don't have that
say-
much money.
Well,
No, I
okay.
know.
So, all right, the name is, and I feel like the name is Key. Key,
That's African.
I'm gonna say,
sure.
I'm gonna say probably African.
Probably
yeah.
African.
Yeah.
African,
Yeah.
not black. The distinction's important.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
is he here?
Lucas does your
He's in the area.
I think
They're always
No.
about.
You fucking cockstockers. God damn it.
I think he is now made.
All
the
right.
circuit. But I can't be for sure because my app is absolutely just.
to me. You got it, dude. I believe in you.
You good? You're good.
Should I go stand outside? Or is he coming down?
I mean,
You'll see him, dude. Tall African guy.
tall African guy, dude.
Certainly, it has to be an African. Anyway, since he's been gone for a few minutes, we can talk shit about him.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So. Dude, he smells so bad. No way, dude. Is he really going around again? Oh, this is
He's
insane.
going around.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh man,
This
for a
is-
$12 tip, you can't be going around and around.
Bro, he is now past the.
You're spinning our chicken strips around, right round, baby.
Did you message him
Well, I don't know.
saying, "Hey,
What's the-
Mr. African man,
What's the name of that?
this isn't the
that
Serengeti"?
spot above us.
Oh, good God, I can never remember because I
like-
dislike
It's
it.
not like 50 Shades of Green or whatever. It's
No, but it's something stupid. I shouldn't say that. They're very
He should
nice.
know
but
where it is. Just be like, it's the fucking Dubliner pub, dude. Pull the fuck up. You should message him saying that exactly. Get him to, you should say some super fucked up shit. And then so when he sees Taylor,
gonna have to-
What are you doing? Taking my chicken strips all
Yeah.
the way back to Africa? Or what are
he
you?
starts getting into a fight with fucking
Taylor
Taylor.
Taylor walks into a fight out there.
Yeah. He's like,
Start
you say
messaging.
what about my fucking family? You motherfucker.
What a time. What a night.
Reese, say something super fucked up to this guy.
Yeah. Send the most fucked up thing you've ever said in your entire life. Send it right now.
And say, if you have a problem with
Find
it.
the name of this smoke shop above us. Would it be dispensary? Probably.
I mean, you could call it that.
There's no feedback happening from my phone, is there?
No.
I don't think so. I genuinely
Dude,
think
just
it
tell
is
him to come
just
to the Dubliner pub.
The cheapest equipment that we could possibly.
It's
get.
actually beautiful, dude. I commend you for it.
Yeah, well, I bought it not realizing it would work for this, and then it ended up working for this. So
I think you should be
actually
proud
on
of
the
this.
corner, probably like right next to T. Henry's.
Imagine if there's
Probably,
another tall African outside
I don't know.
that Taylor is now just harassing.
carrying another bag of chicken strips that are unrelated to our bag
No.
of chicken strips.
He's walking. He's walking. You know?
Man,
that would be so funny.
That would be insane if Taylor started a fight with the wrong guy carrying a bag of
and then
wrong bag of chicken
and then
strips.
the other guy shows up
After
also
Taylor's
angry.
killed him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
also angry about the things that Reese said to him. So he's now fighting two African people
Dude, okay,
over
so
chicken strips.
We're on a one-way, right? Like, look at how fast this fucking guy's moving down. He's not in his car. This dude's running with this order over
Oh,
here.
he'd jogging. He'd be moving.
Yeah,
He'd be
bro.
trying to get the orders in.
Dude, shout out to Taylor for fucking
Shout
going
out to
through
Taylor
with
for
that.
going over there.
That's why.
Now that they're gone, we can talk shit about them. Anyway,
Oh, dude, Ben's been
Stink.
trying to convince me. You know, he's been staying the night a lot, right? And
Okay.
he's not been brushing his teeth and shit. So this morning I was like, bro, like his breath smelled like fucking shit, dude. And I was like, bro, you seriously, like, you gotta step back. And he's trying to convince me. He's like, dude, I don't brush my teeth. Like, yellow is the color of old enamel. Like, he's like toothpaste is a polish. There's like small pieces of debris that polish and score your teeth away and strip them of enamel slowly. And I'm like, dude,
you're using the wrong toothpaste if
I'm
that's
like,
happening.
dude, rewind 100 years ago. Do you know how many people, by the time they were like 40, had lost the majority of their teeth? You know,
dude, you used to die from a toothache.
Yeah.
Like, that used to be like a normal thing to just die from toothaches.
The infection or like the cyst pocket that could like form could be so close to your brain, because like your whole face is like super vascular, like the front of your face.
Oh yeah, I had a tooth infection one time that maybe I went blind because of the fucking pain.
Yeah,
like, I could not
your
see.
hearing can suffer and shit. Holy shit, dude! The Canes is
Oh my god,
That is a big-ass bag of
gigantic-
Canes.
That is I didn't know they had big old paper bags like that. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. The Canes is here, so have no fear.
Bro, this is a feast.
This is about to be a hot dog.
Oh.
Oh baby, those are fries.
Oh, look at them now.
Oh my god.
Look at all them napkins.
dirty boys.
They knew we were about to be dirty, dirty boys.
Oh, we can distribute the chicken into these baskets, dude.
Oh my god, we're all set up.
Taylor, did you have to fight that guy? We said some pretty fucked up shit to him. Oh my god.
Holy shit,
That
is
is
the
the
most
most
cane
fucking
sauce
sauce.
I've ever seen in my life.
Holy shit, dude. That is so much sauce.
Break out another flat if we need to.
We got 2 flats.
We got a whole nother one of these.
That's insane. I wish.
Sweet Jesus. This is... If
I wish
only
this
we
could
had
be
some
seen
cheer
by
wine.
people outside of the studio audience.
I've thought about doing
Oh,
this
they look
live in
so
front of the
good.
studio audience with
There's
canes
so much
and all.
chicken in here, it almost looks like soup.
I can't see where one piece ends and the next begins.
It looks like somebody boiled a snake and fried it. It's all interconnected.
Are we recording this feast? I'm fine with that. As long as we don't get
We're gonna
don't get fucking cane sauce in the goddamn microphone.
use a
but-
different hand.
Yeah, right.
Use a different.
It's kind of like when you. It's kind of like when you're
Count
jerking
them.
off on
Count
the
them.
mic.
Count them.
All right. This is
One. One. My God.
Dude, look at this sad excuse for a... That's crazy, dude. If they charge
That's
us for
a
this,
that's a water hog of a
I'm
fucking chicken tender, I say.
I remember
What a problem.
What a limp dick water hog.
in high school, my friend was obsessed with canes, and I swear every tender was like huge. It was like a box combo that was like more than enough. Oftentimes we did not finish them.
Oh, they used to be a lot different.
Things
Still
change,
good.
man.
They've fallen off, but they've still. That shows how good they used to be. That they've fallen off, and it's still pretty fucking good.
The sauce is just, it's undeniable, dude.
I've seen a few posts of disgruntled employees letting loose on the sauce recipe.
It's super, it's super easy to make.
You can find it. It's not super hard.
It's literally Worcestershire sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, and like garlic seasoning. That's literally it, and pepper.
And you guys probably have a lawsuit coming your way now because of what he just said.
You know what? Tell you what, Canes, you sponsor us to give us a free meal every pod we record. And I'll think about taking the episode down. But until then, suck on my fat nuts. I'm still going to spend my money in your place.
They should do catfish.
There's a good idea.
They only do 2 things, chicken fingers and catfish.
I'd fuck with it.
That is a
Dude,
that's
good
great,
catfish.
actually. Great catfish is really
It's
good.
real hard to beat. There's a restaurant in town that closed down. They had a catfish a la mer. One of my favorite meals of all time.
Catfish is bomb. You ever had alligator?
I've killed an alligator.
It tastes like a lot like chicken. I thought every time I've eaten it, which has only been 3 times.
Dude, so
but
we were skinning it and butchering it. And what's weird is some of its meat looked like fish meat, and then the other stuff looked like chicken. Like the legs and the arms and like the tail all looked like normal meat, and then stuff on its ribs and like everywhere else kind of looked like a fish's meat. It was really weird.
All right.
You should tell them the story of butchering the before butchering it. The kill.
All right, yeah.
did you throw a native in for bait, or what did you do?
The other day he was like, I killed an alligator, but it was honestly, it was pretty fucked up.
No, so like, bro, so I'm down in Panama, like on a boat in these islands, and it's me, two Israeli guys, the captain of my boat, and like the bitches. And we're hammered. We're on this small island, like, okay, you got Dragon Ball Z stuff. It's literally like the guy from
The Turtle Hermit.
the Turtle
Little-
Hermit.
the
It's
little
his
island,
island.
yeah.
It's literally that exact thing. They're called the Sandblast
Master
Islands.
Roshi.
Master Roshi, yes. So we're
Well, I'm
there.
deep in the lore. Anyway.
We're walking back to the boat, and we see in the ocean a fucking alligator. And we were like, oh shit, there's an alligator. And everybody just starts getting so hype because this guy's got a net. And so we're like, dude, let's catch and kill this alligator. And we're all just hammered. And we're like preparing to go to war. You know what I mean? We're literally like getting super stoked, super excited. And then all of a sudden, we like lunge for this. We do like a coordinated attack on this alligator. And the alligator did literally nothing. It didn't move at all. And I realized it's because it's it's a cold-blooded creature, and without the sunlight, it has no energy for movement. And so we basically just like,
So you killed it in its sleep like a fucking coward.
dude, we didn't even kill
Yeah.
it. No, this is where it gets a little fucked up. So like,
Beat it to death and butchered it
so we
alive.
just grabbed it, threw it in like the dinghy. Then it wakes up, and we're like, all right, fuck, how do we kill this thing? But we're gonna skin it, so we're gonna keep the skin. So we're like, we got to kill it without fucking up the skin. And nobody knew how to do it. And so we were like thinking about it, and the best idea was to just take a long knife and just jam it up its head to like scramble the brains like you do a fish. But crocodile brains are fucking hard as like they're impossible to enter, and they're the smallest thing you've ever seen. It's literally just surrounded by concrete like a
So
walnut.
you had a hard time penetrating this
Dude,
alligator.
we were yes, yes. The penetration was hard, but we're basically on this boat, just like trying to shove this knife in this thing's brain to kill it, and it literally just bled out. Like we didn't even. It was very sad. Nobody felt good about it. Like it was like a downing
not a
moment.
good kill.
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
kill. Bad
felt
kill.
good about it. Taylor felt good about that one.
I hate reptilians.
They're fucking weird, bro.
Taylor's hashtag Team Warm Blood.
Team Warm Blood.
What
Yeah,
is
you're
about
right.
reptiles? I mean, there's a lot of things on this planet that are different than us. You know,
Yeah, but I love bugs.
bugs. It's funny because people that don't believe in aliens, my logic, the way my brain works is like, look at bugs.
Bugs
You don't
are
think
so
there's
fucking
some
alien.
weird fucking shit out there? Have you seen fucking bugs?
They say there's not bugs in space, and I say, well, where did bugs come from?
Space.
Space bugs.
Dude, space bugs, huh?
Yeah. You don't believe in space bugs?
You ever seen Starship Troopers?
I never thought about space bugs.
About Space
at all.
Do you
Jam.
know anything about 40K lore? The
I actually
Theranid?
do. All my
I had to
boys
explain
rep
what a
nerd will
UFO
do.
was to you, so I'm not surprised you don't know about space bugs.
None of my bros fuck with Nurgle.
Bugs.
You need to fuck space bugs though. Get on space bugs, bro.
I mean,
This is very funny. We're just sitting here all just stuffing our face with chicken.
It's unpasteurized, dog.
This is as unpasteurized as it gets, man.
This is the
Really?
world we live in.
Until we can get raw milk in here, this is as close as it gets.
Yeah, ribeyes and raw milk next time.
you know they
And cheer wine.
they brine their chicken in milk.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk, pickle juice. That's
Really?
the blend you need.
Buttermilk. Yep,
Really?
yep.
Fucking A, Bubba. I roast a turkey every 2 months.
Oh man,
Really? And
we've
so
been
you do that with turkey too.
Hell yeah.
So you do buttermilk and pickle juice
As you're watering.
overnight.
Or longer, 2 days.
Really? So I'm doing another turkey on my smoker.
Yeah.
You think I should brine?
Oh,
it first?
brine the fuck out of that slut.
Well,
Especially if you're smoking it.
Should I put anything in its ass? Or should I
Yeah,
not?
oranges and apples while you smoke it.
Well, I mean,
Pineapple.
stuffing. Should I stuff that bitch? Like
You
put
should
some
stuff
breadcrumb or
oranges and apples up its ass. No, you don't want fucking bread.
like bread or whatever?
No.
I want to eat the stuffing. I'm not going to want to eat oranges.
Make stuffing separate. You don't want it. It's a bird. It's going to cook. And you know how bird gets dry? Do you want your bird to be dry?
No, I want to
Trust me on this. You want to
want a
shove some garlic cloves up its butt,
Okay.
some thyme leaves, some rosemary leaves, shove an apple, an orange, peel the orange, split it in half, shove it up there. Pineapple. Citrus is great. Lemon juice, maybe
Get
a
it
little,
up there.
little chicken broth in there. Yeah. You spatchcock your birds or you cook them big?
Well, so I've never done a full turkey.
You
I'm
should
actually, now that I thought about it, I'm like, shit, I didn't get a full turkey. I got a breast. I couldn't stuff it.
Oh, yeah, you can't stuff it.
So I was thinking
I'd still brine it.
brine, dry, binder, thick seasoning, smoke for like 3 hours on like 220.
You could do that.
And then so what I want to do is then slice that and eat it cold on sandwiches at work.
Oh, like a meat, like a delicatessen of your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing it for meal prep.
That's beautiful and healthy.
Well, yeah, you know that a slice of cheese. Throw that in my cooler. Stays cold.
Bro, the size of chicken tenders in this box are substantially larger.
They are. It's actually really scary. It's like
I'm intimidated.
We got the end of it.
What were the? Why'd they do that? They were like, let's do a big box and a small box. Let's make sure every single one of them in one box isn't even a full tender and looks like somebody shit on it. And then
They
the
did
other
spit on
one-
our food.
And then the other one, let's do the most perfect tin of chicken tenders you've ever seen.
Oh my God!
So why milk? What does the milk do?
What does the milk do?
Unpasteurized milk is just a whole different beast from from what you can buy in the fucking grocery store.
It's not even just about
Oh no, I mean
unpasteurized.
the brining.
What are you
Oh, it
talking
keeps it
about?
not okay. So it's gonna build a.
So why? I know a lot about like what acidic things will do to meat and help them rendering and.
It's just gonna keep it juicy. I mean, it's really gonna give you that flavor. I like the dill pickle juice because like your bird will actually have like a little dill flavor, which isn't bad. Some people do orange juice and like chicken broth. You can do different things with it. Some people do wine. I don't fucking put no wine on a bird. I'll do wine with beef, but I don't do wine with a bird.
I've done beer chicken before on the grill.
Where you put where you cook it on the beer can. That's lit though. That's completely different. But what that's doing is keeping all that juice in there.
But yeah, I would never do wine.
Yeah, fuck wine for a bird.
If I'm doing like a reduction
Actually, I
or a
take that
roux-
back. If you're gonna do wine, you got to have like duck or goose, a dark bird meat.
Yeah, I was pretty into wine actually when I was like 21 and around that age, because everything else like hurt to drink, and wine was a little bit more like juice.
Wine is fine.
But you know, like it has to be. I'll drink wine on very certain occasions. I enjoy it, but it's not something I'd always keep around and like have a glass of wine with every dinner and stuff. You know, it's not that deep for me.
When I drink wine, I want to kill a bottle and fuck a white bitch. You feel what I mean?
Yeah, and then wake up the next day like more hungover than you've
Oh,
ever
just
been.
hurting, just a hurting.
What
unit.
makes you want to fuck not a white bitch? Drinking what?
Gin. That
What
drank
does gin make you want to fuck?
lean. Oh, gin.
You get drunk on gin. What are you feeling at that moment?
Persian.
A Persian.
Yeah, Persian to India.
Well, that's a bit.
The man don't sleep
That's
for
a
2
big
months
swath.
when he's on fucking gin because he's got to find a Persian. You know?
Yeah, that's a big ask. Out in O'Neill, finding a Persian lady.
I'm not in O'Neill, but it's still hard to find a Persian. Nonetheless,
I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure.
that's what I do.
You just spend your whole night of
Well,
gin just
you know what?
wandering in
You fucking aim for the stars. You might land among them. You know?
But here's the thing.
or however
I'll
that
take a
fucking saying goes.
I'll take a Mexican on gin.
Really?
Oh yeah, brown's brown. When I'm down to brown, I'll
I tell you, you don't want to take a Mexican on tequila. You're going into their territory, you know?
No, dude, that's
Yeah.
where I like to come out on top.
Oh, dude.
That's how you prove your dominance.
That's true.
I have
Yeah.
no dominance against Mexican.
You go
women.
in there,
Yeah.
you play your own game, you play their game, and you win.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, like I wouldn't...
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Do that with like truly spicy Mexican food.
Well, that one I can't do.
Yeah.
Might.
I had
might be fucking that
tacos
one.
con cabeza today.
Tacos with head?
Tacos with head.
What kind of head?
Beef.
Cow's head?
Yeah.
You got sucked by a cow.
You got had taco
You got
brain?
sucked off by a cow.
Not
Or
brain.
what?
I bet a cow's got a tongue that could fucking.
Wait,
Lick
so-
your butthole good.
I've had lengua, right? Cow tongue.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
I've rubbed it on my
Cabeza's
asshole.
different. Cabeza's like it's the cheek meat.
Okay, which
It's-
is probably...
It's like a roast dog. It's slow cooked, nice and
I've
Yeah,
had
fatty.
it's
oxtail,
delicious.
which I was not impressed by.
Well, that's because you didn't have good oxtail. I bet if I braised you an oxtail, you'd be like, "That's pretty decent." Although I did overcook that fucking steak, but it was a tri-tip sirloin.
he just made me a steak the other day that came out fucking done. Like
It was done. It was
Remember when
well.
you guys gave me so
done.
much shit? You remember when you gave me so much shit when I was making fucking?
well, yeah,
that was
but
so
once they
I
were
kept-
done, we were all like, yeah, these are really good, man.
Yeah. When they were, especially Addie, I was like, you were like, all right, well, I'm going out, and I go, like, when you're far enough away, I was finally like, guys, like, I honestly would probably not eat those. And Addie was like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, dude, like, not like genuinely, somebody needs to go out there and tell him, like, not to, like, we need to go grab those from him. And Addie was like, you being serious? I'm like, no, dude, I'm sure they'll be fine. And then like 5 minutes later, I'd be like, no, but like,
You fucking do that to people, and that's just.
I do. I remember
That fucking bit you did while we were shooting guns was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. You'd be completely away from everybody else, and somebody would shoot, and after every shot, you'd go, ah! Ah! You wouldn't be downrange or anything. There would be no danger at all.
and it kept getting Zach and Addie.
Every time, it made me laugh harder and harder.
Yeah, dude.
Good call. on the
Watching
strippers.
Zach trying to shoot a gun was hilarious.
It's scary.
It was
I don't
funny
know
how we kept saying you need to lean away from the recoil, and he
Yeah,
kept
you
doing
like
it.
that, right? You like that? Lean back.
Yeah, you gotta lean.
back.
You gotta lean away.
You would.
You gotta lean away from the recoil. Was one of the funniest things I've ever seen somebody do. watching somebody try to line up to shoot and leaning away from the recoil. He had it in his left hand too. Is he left-handed?
He is actually left-handed.
Typical of a fucking water hog to be left-handed.
Dude, he was like, you remember the South Park episode where it's like realtors and they're just bending backwards for their photos? That's like what Zach was doing while trying to shoot.
It was some of the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, so you kept getting on that four-wheeler with him, and I was shocked. I've been that dude's friend for like 14, 15 years or some shit. It's been a long time. We were 15, we're 28, yeah, like 13, 14 years. I couldn't have been more scared than getting on that four-wheeler with him. Have you ever seen him drive? You haven't, right?
No,
Because he
that
doesn't
was
drive.
as I
He has a
said
car, he
as the
doesn't
night
drive.
went on. I kept saying, Zach, you cannot drive anymore. This cannot. I will not be on here anymore if you're driving crazy. I will give you the opportunity if you're going to drive normal and like a sane person. And he wouldn't do it. And I gotta tell you, it was a moment of pride when you said, if there's anybody here I trust to drive, it's Lucas.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
no fucking way I'm
Well,
letting you drive, Zach.
You know, it was obviously because you'd proven prior. Anyway. But also when things like that happen, whoever has the most to lose is the person I definitely want in charge of what's going on. And I was like, dude, how about you drive? You have kids, you know? Like, you're not trying to fuck yourself up. Like, I'm looking at my drunk fucking friend who's down to the equivalent of probably like a 750 to himself today.
Oh, at
And he's
least, and he's had a
still-
fucking 12th for
And
breakfast.
he's crazy. Like that's why he's a terrible alcoholic, is because he can still go. He can he won't just like pass out. You know, if there's stimuli. I have 5-6 drinks. Yeah, I have 5-6 drinks. I'm asleep. That's just how I am.
It's my new thing now. Like I fucked myself up because I used alcohol to like go to sleep. So now anytime I drink alcohol, like I'm like, oh, I should go to sleep now. I'm like, oh, it's bedtime.
Yeah, you can. I've never. So I use weed kind of to go to sleep, but booze never helped me. I'm restless when I
Nah,
fall asleep
yeah.
after I eat or after I drink.
You're not drinking enough.
Well, yeah, I could get blackout drunk and wake up at like 1 the next.
Yourself.
Yeah,
I just get to trying to put things in holes. I mean, you know, I get too into that when I'm drinking, so
oh, dude,
I avoid it.
that is truly the best way. I don't know if it's the same for women, but I know in my life, the best way to fall asleep is to come. And to earn it.
For everybody. Yeah.
And to earn it, dude. Like I gotta
Earn it,
like
yeah.
I gotta be sweating. I have to like keep wiping my eyes because I'm sweating so much it's getting in my pupils, you know.
I will say,
I gotta earn the nut and then I gotta fall asleep.
You're sweating. It doesn't sound like you know thyself very well.
dude, now that I'm older, like when I used to nut, I used to like be fucking pumped afterwards, dude. I used to be like always more energetic after I came. And now, dude, I'm like, if I nut and it's like inside of the person, bro, I'm asleep by the time I'm like off of her. I'm like, well, that
Oh no! If it's inside, I'm not sleeping for 3 months.
bro, no.
Yeah. That's like it pulls my batteries out, dude. For real. Like I can't think of the last time and that's why like I hate when girls like don't spend the night if they're wanting to fuck, because it's like shit. Like
Now I
you're
gotta
gonna
stay.
wanna,
I gotta stay awake
you're
until
gonna
you
wanna
leave.
hang out and like maybe even fuck again. Like damn it, you know.
Bitch, I was just trying to catch a good snooze.
I'd rather say that like maybe we watch a movie and then we crash, and then we fuck and then we crash, you know. Because yeah, there's times where like, God, especially if you earned it, dude, you're out like a light, dude.
Oh, I understand.
How are you earning it, Reece?
Oh jeez. Oh man. In every way,
There's nuts you earn and nuts you don't earn. You know. And if you don't,
what's an unearned nut?
Something that's too easy, too quick, too easy.
I actually had one of those.
The ones you feel bad about. Those are the ones. That's an unearned nut. Do you feel bad about that? That's an unearned nut.
I once came so quickly that it actually just made both of us laugh. Like it was actually like instantaneously upon entry, immediate full big nut.
Yeah. Yep. I've had one of them too. It made me very happy. I was like, at least I ate your pussy for 45 minutes before I did this, right? So like, at least we're cool.
Straight off. We were like blown away. We were like, yo, that was immediate. What the fuck?
One of the only Tinder hookups I've ever had. And it was one of the most disappointing experiences in my life. I was so ashamed. She was way too hot for me. Out of my league. Batting way out of my league. But I do that. So maybe it is my league. So I don't know.
I feel like women naturally punch down too. You think?
Nah, I think once they hit a point in age, I think it's an age thing. Once you hit a certain age, I think then you punch down. Because they don't want to be hurt.
Well, when they're older, they don't have any options left. That's what.
So you're telling me you've never seen a young hot chick and seen her dude and been like, what? Like
Every day.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
thank
playing
you.
it safe.
That's
Playing
what I'm
it safe.
saying is like,
Yes,
dude,
but
I see so many women with like hot women with normal looking dudes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Does that mean I have a chance with women like this? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That dude better
Just
be
fucking
like,
call me out, dude, if you're going to call me out.
I think it's a money thing.
I mean, no, like you see it with like 21-year-olds and stuff. People in like high school. I think women just value the security. Like, oh, like I'm hot. He's not gonna.
They
cheat.
want him to
What-
simp.
who's
It's
she
dirty.
gonna-
You
who's she gonna
loser.
go to?
Also, I think there's some of these broads out here, some of these women that I think will date a lesser man just so that they can like say to themselves,
Bro.
"Oh, I don't judge by
I think that's
like
total bullshit.
it's just
That
a
they
way
don't
to
judge by
convince
they-
themselves."
Every single
but
one
they
of those,
are.
every
to
single
get
one
to
of
that
those
point.
guys had a good job. Every time you've seen like an older person with a
I've
ugly
seen a
guy,
lot of
they've got a
meth
good
dealers.
job.
I've seen a lot of shitbag
Because
people
meth
with-
is fun.
that's because-
Drugs are
yeah.
different. You can't bring drugs into that.
If you
because
wanna get your dick sucked,
that's
sell coke.
completely different. You cannot compare drugs to money because they're kind of the same thing, only for a little bit.
Yeah,
Except
but
one is way more faster over time.
Girls go nuts. If you're a coke dealer, bro, you have no ability to not get pussy. Like girls will literally just turn to whores around coke.
Women are just drugs. Girls are just terrible around drugs in general.
I've got my dick sucked for a 24-pack of booze before I was 21.
Dude, the
I
ones
just
that
had a
aren't
buyer,
are
so.
honestly keepers, man. Like,
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend in Oregon, my most recent girlfriend, and I'd be like, I really like ketamine for a long time, and I bought some, and I was like, you want to do some? And she was cool. She was like, I'll try some. She said she had a fun time. She never wanted to do it with me again. She hardly ever smoked. You know, she like never wanted to try coke and stuff. I'm like, damn, this is a real woman. You know.
I've
She's,
always
like,
said
on
I
her
need.
shit.
I
She's going
need
to the gym
yeah,
and shit.
that's what I've always said. Is just be the way I am. I need a girl that.
You ever done
doesn't smoke
pull-ups
weed.
on cat?
No, so one thing that happened a lot, and this is like the most bizarre thing. So for me, it was very psychedelic. It was like much more psychedelic than I feel like when I describe it to other people who like have done it or do it often. They're like, yeah, it's not like paralleled with their experiences.
So
And
you were having some wicked ones.
mine.
You're that,
so
you're that
I always
factor.
get this like. I always get this first feeling. I know when I'm, like, you know, you've heard the K-hole. I get this feeling where a wave goes through my body, and not just like the feeling of blood going. It feels like all my bones are not rigid. You know, it feels like my body,
You're
bones
Gumby.
and all, are like doing the wave, and I feel like I start to feel floaty. But every like I
How
close
much
my
you doing?
eyes. Like so, like
Enough.
big lines, a couple big,
You're
a
snorting
couple
it.
big ones. Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah, because the other way you'd have to. I mean, you can shoot it up. I think because it comes in liquid form. That's what
yeah.
they do. They put an IV.
That's
on
too
you.
much.
Yeah, and that'll put you out and stuff. I mean, it's a dissociative, but you know, I just the closed-eyed visuals were awesome. The feeling of like warmth and community, and this is what I was getting at. Like the feeling I always have, and every time I knew I had a good time on K because I'd come out and I'd feel so embraced in this feeling of like community.
Yeah.
And I was always doing it with somebody. It's not like I'm just like sitting in my room alone doing it on like a Tuesday. I'd come out,
I'm not
It'd be me and that
I'm
one
not
person,
alone.
and I'd
You
always
didn't think
ask the
you were alone.
person like, where did everybody go?
Yeah.
And like the guy or like girl that I'm doing it with would be like, what? Like
What?
no one else is here. It's just us. I'm like, what? No, like everybody else was. What? Like where did everyone go? And it was because like I felt, I don't know. It was just such a.
You think it's your bloodline?
I told you he's all about
like,
bloodline.
To be honest, like a few hundred years ago, without modern medicine, I would absolutely describe my experiences on ketamine as a very spiritual, like.
That's what's up.
like,
Yeah.
That's
if I
fine.
didn't know better, like
That's all
I
my mushroom. All my
communicate with
mushrooms
angels and
have
God,
been
you know,
very,
every time I do
very
it.
religious.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
And
I get that.
It's a cool experience.
way
but
more
most
spiritual than I thought it was gonna be.
People, yeah.
I don't think you cannot believe in. I don't think you cannot believe in God after like actually having a good mushroom trip with your buddy.
Oh man, I had 3 or 4 of them. I mean, there were enough that there were good and bad parts of it. So
Yeah.
But here's my favorite thing about mushroom trips: like the bad ones are the best, dude.
well, I
The
mean, the
bad
best for
one-
you
yeah,
as long
like,
as you
it's
come
like
out of it.
afterwards. It's like when it's happening, it sucks, but afterwards,
As
you're
long-
more grateful for those ones.
As long as you eventually actually make it to the other side, yeah.
Well, and truly, like I've never had a bad acid trip. I've had like bad ones that didn't really like make sense, you know. But mushrooms, every
Most of
single
mine-
time, if I've spent enough time, I'm like, holy shit, that's what that was about.
Yeah.
It sparked from this. This
Yeah.
moment was the moment or the thought I had that
All
changed
mine-
everything. And there's the lesson right there, you know.
All mine I wouldn't even describe as bad trips. It was that seems wrong, like to describe it that way, because I did it to myself. I fucking knew better. Like I knew better before I did it, and then as soon as I take them, I'm like, oh, yep, I did know better. I was fucking wrong. I should have listened.
Yeah.
That's what it. So it more educational than bad.
Reece,
I've had moments
you
and
got that
stints
fate?
when I've been scared.
I have this one.
I want that one. Can I have that one?
Yeah, you can. It's on. I was just
Is that a button one or a no button one?
It's a button one. Dude, he's been. I'm out. I'm out of water
tell
here.
me that.
Yeah,
That
we just
is
ate.
just
We just.
so much salt.
I was just gonna say we
Crack
just
that
ate
slut
about
open.
a gram
Crack
of
your slut
sodium.
open. I
each.
got you.
It's empty. Wait. Oh, I see what you're. Oh well.
He's
okay,
gonna go
bye.
tip to tip.
Crack that.
Please just
slut
don't do it. Don't do it over the
Well, you do it
electronic
right
equipment. Yeah.
open. Wait. Oh wait. Okay. Here you take.
I will take this.
Bedazzled fucking
Here, dude. Give me some.
You know,
Uh,
whenever I trip, I make sure that I have an adequate source of water. Like I carry around. When I'm tripping, I literally have like a. Huh?
Why do you think I carry so much?
Yeah, dude, it's the best. It's like you feel like when I trip, I literally have a blanket, a pillow, and a glass of orange juice, or like in a big bottle of water every time I trip, and it just guarantees that you're having a good time.
Hell yeah.
Give me the rest of your water.
It's also very suspicious when you're walking through the woods.
With a gallon of OJ.
Dude, you got
Yeah,
a
I
gallon
understand.
of. You're dressed in a you're carrying a pillow and a blanket
It's not-
also.
That's real water. That's Ogallala Aquifer water. That's what that is.
Ogallala Aquifer.
Damn, dude. I missed. We used to have Shasta water, and it was like, it was just like snow melt water,
Oh,
and it was so good out on the West Coast. They had it in the at the water coolers in the 5-gallon jugs, and it was so hard to get used to anything else when I moved back here.
I swear, no water is ever better than fucking windmill hayfield water.
right out of the
Yeah, dude,
ground.
You
well,
can never-
well water is the best water I've ever had.
Uh-huh.
Well water.
You can't.
I don't know.
It's filtered by the sand.
It's a crazy question.
I don't know what to do. See, I think the world needs more of that, more well water.
Yeah.
The world needs more well water. They need more chicken strips for sure.
More chicken
you know
strips.
Who doesn't need more chicken strips is my ass, dude.
No,
You little piggy, get in
I think
there.
I ate.
I feel like I had 12, but I'm not sure.
I feel like there's way more than they actually said. They gave us more.
I think I also
How many
had
are
12.
left?
There's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay, and
Genuinely,
pots.
that's
and,
only
and
2
Lucas
apiece.
ate more than he said. He's like, I could probably have like 5 or 8. And we're like, shit.
I didn't keep count. I
I
lost
definitely ate more than
count. You got too many sauces to know where the fuck you're going.
Yeah. Well,
I watched him skip. He went, okay, that one's empty. He went over to that one. Said, I'm not dipping in that one. And he dipped on in the
How
middle.
many do you think you had, Taylor?
I don't know. I didn't keep count.
Because weren't you the one that said keep count?
Yeah, of course. That's how I rolled.
Yeah, man.
I definitely can't eat anymore. I'm trying to wake the girlfriend up when I get home. So
Give her a dick full of
dude,
chicken.
can't be
She'll
too-
love that.
Chicken dick, dude.
Chicken dick.
You should bring this chicken home with you.
Oh no!
You want to wake your girlfriend up?
Bribe her with the
Let me get one more
fried
before you
chicken.
take it. Let me get one more before you
Now,
take it.
this is what we
slice
were
of
talking
water.
about earlier. She's African, not black. It's an important
insane.
distinction.
They prefer beef.
Yeah, the Africans, they prefer beefs and goats and such.
So you just stop off and get her a flank of goat on the way home when
Dude,
you're trying
let
to
me
get
tell
her
you, dude,
into the mood.
they've got this shit called soya, which is their steak. It's like fried and there's some kind of peanut butter sauce and there's a bunch of spices and shit that they put on there, but it's fried up. It's got the same kind of seasoning and taste as beef jerky, but it is as juicy as a fresh steak.
And it's
African, Sudanese.
Okay.
They're West African.
Not
They're the
pirates.
They're
Not
the
the
ones.
pirates.
No,
Not
they're
the pirates.
not all the way to Somalia, but it's on the west side. They're the ones that got away. They didn't get caught.
You don't think there's also some Sudanese pirates?
There could be. That's what I was saying.
Well,
Probably.
there is. Who knows? Because they're plunged into. They've been in civil war. Civil war's firing back up again.
I love a good war.
South Sudan has only been a country since 2009. Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Let's
Does
see.
do
It's a young
Indian
country.
restaurants fucking Uber?
Now you want Indian?
Eats?
I'm just asking for next time.
For next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not-
eating hot
not
curry
so.
on the podcast.
Yeah, so not this late, probably. I wouldn't imagine.
Those cocksuckers.
Yeah,
Don't
I
they?
mean-
What time are they on?
Well, so like,
Aren't the Hindus world ending? They should be kicking
I
it
feel
off.
like 10 o'clock. They're like,
Hindu's world is ending?
I thought so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're like in the end of the Hindu calendar.
Every single year there is some other end to a calendar.
Dude,
I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm
the
not
Hindu-
listening to any of that bullshit.
The Hindu religion is the world's oldest religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Buddha was Hindu. Yeah.
Buddha was young as fuck, bro. Jesus happened before Buddha did.
No, other way around.
No, it's
Other
not.
way around.
No, it's not.
Buddha happened before
he didn't.
Jesus did.
No, he didn't. No, he
Google
didn't.
that because yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
I'm almost certain that
Listen,
Buddha was
so-
before Jesus.
So the other day, Ben was like,
Google it right now.
we were talking about, and Ben goes, there's never been a single body found in any of the pyramids ever across the whole world. And he's
true
like,
at
there's
all.
nothing to suggest that they were tombs for like noblemen or anything. And I was like, what? He's like, look it up. And I looked it up, and it was like, yeah, multiple bodies have been found all across the world. And he was like, yeah, no, that's bullshit. He's like, no, look it up, like, look it up somewhere else that has, look it up,
Yeah.
like, he was like, no, this one guy that's done, like, a bunch of research says that that's not true.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, oh, shit, man.
Fucking Buddha was 500 years before Jesus. You fucking idiot. I goddamn knew. I went to Catholic school. You're not going to fucking debate these things with me.
That's fake news, dude. Look it up somewhere else.
Look it up on this other website that I got that I'll recommend. Look it up on Fox News. What was the
Crazy
other
shit.
thing you said, man? God, you told me to look something. Oh, he goes, yeah,
Straight
we were
people
talking
can't get
about-
AIDS?
He was like, dude, women. Oh my God, like we got him on this women tangent, and he was like, dude, women, and also like they don't invent anything. Like they have women have less than 10 inventions, like throughout all of history, and I was like, that can't be true.
That can't
And
be
he was
true
like, he
at
was
all.
like, look it up.
I can think of 3 right off the top of my head.
And there was like, it was like top. The first thing that came up was top 50, and so I just said that. He's like, no bullshit. What are those? What are those inventions then? And so, like one of them was like a woman invented like the flat bottom paper bag and the way to process it.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I mean, like, it's dumb shit like that. I was like, I was like, dude, this is, I was like, name the last time you got, like, any type of food and it wasn't a flat bottom bag, dude. Like, that family's making millions from some woman's dumb invention, dude. Yeah, he's like, well, that doesn't really count.
I still stand behind that, dude. They've got
Well, hey.
fucking nothing, dude. Let's throw up the scoreboard and be like, well, let's
Let's
see who's
throw up
really,
the
really
scoreboard.
winning this.
Dude, it was funny, though.
Every single thing.
It was funny because a lot of the inventions I noticed, and this is like, I'm not even, a lot of them were like women in the workplace, like machine inventions, and they were concepts. Like one of them was like something about the sewing, like the fucking
the
loom or
loom,
whatever,
yeah.
and it was invented by a woman. And then there was another like woman like based activity invention. Like I was like, well, a lot of this is just like some girl shit. But I was like winning the argument, so I didn't
Girls
bring up
doing
like all the
girl
other
shit.
like pretty unsubstantial inventions.
Dude, one of them was like a windshield wiper, and I was like, "Well, that is a chick invention, dude." Like, you know, the husband is never thinking of that. He's like, "Shut up, woman! Let me drive." He's like, "I can see just fine."
You need that?
We should stop and wipe off.
Yeah, I can see just fine. She's like, "Honey, you're gonna fucking die." He's like, "You're always backseat driving me."
I'm not cranking this engine back to life.
Jesus. Just grab it. He'll be okay.
I'm trying
He
to be
trusts
polite.
you.
Lucas
I
was
never
reaching for
assume
Reese's
trust.
dick.
I never assume trust. If I reach for your dick, I'm getting dick. That's what's happening.
I'm not trusting anything.
Put that on a shirt.
If I'm reaching dick, I'm grabbing dick. There ain't no missing around here.
I'm getting that dick.
No, I'm not saying that.
Reese is still shoving his fucking fat little face, dude. He's
Hey,
a little
man.
pork body, dude.
He's a
Bro,
German.
you're a little pork boy, dude.
He's got pull-ups to do.
What's your bloodline, Taylor?
Dude, Zautki.
What is that?
In line, it's 9.
I am like a
Nice.
Bavarian, German, Slavic dirty mess. I got a little bit of Southeastern European and some squaw in me.
He's got some
I've got some good
Operation Paperclip blood. Is what
I
he's
got I'm Operation Paperclip. I was one of the ones that I'm still released. They haven't turned me off yet, but it's fine. We're doing all right.
I like it, dude. Your family comes from high intellect.
No, they're very low intellect people. Very.
They were the
Your grandfather invented
his grandfather was the janitor at Auschwitz.
He just faked it.
No, he wasn't.
He was like, no, I was in charge of big shit over there for
Hey,
sure.
my grand.
He was like, I was doing big things over there. Believe me, get me over here.
I mean, hey, probably in a parallel world.
I've got some good family background, dude.
Yeah,
I've got a good bloodline. I've got a solid bloodline.
that's what it's all about. Spreading white
Yeah,
genes.
full of rapists and murderers, I'm sure.
It is actually proudly so, dude.
Terrific. Me
I'm
too.
proud of my family raping and murdering.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody else.
How have you been living up to the hype?
I've been doing a lot of one of them. And that is murdering the pussy.
Are you doing this locally, or are you traveling about?
I'm a man that gets around, dude. You have
around.
I do bounce around a bit.
Where have the bodies been?
Nobody's, dude. Just
He doesn't leave bodies behind.
just
You hear
lingering
that?
memories.
So if you see any suspicious fires, make sure you call the authorities immediately.
I think burning a body is the worst way to do it.
Getting rid of a body
You
is
smell it.
It is something like everybody does have an idea of how they would do
Everybody's got an idea.
it. Every person has thought about a way of like not getting caught for murder.
We're trying to kill these little chicky chicks or what?
Diesel chicks.
You
No,
talking about the
chicken
dude?
strips.
I could eat.
Get in there.
If I really had to, I could eat 2 more.
I can eat too, but
I'm like, I'll get sick if I eat.
I feel like I have eaten more than my share.
Hey,
But
I feel like we need to bash these.
there's not that many left.
There's 3 left. Are we men or are we mice? Do you guys think some of the, like, when the Americans after the Second World War was like, man, those Nazi scientists were pretty
Trigger.
smart though.
They
And
got
we
along
start-
immediately.
We start bringing them over,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're like, hey, you got a pretty. You think some of them like lied on their resume, like this guy was a shitty scientist, but he was technically a Nazi scientist.
That's just the joke I told
Was
about
it?
the janitor. You're over here stealing my fucking material.
You
He's in
told a joke
Argentina now.
about a janitor.
Well, to be honest, he told it better, so that's fine.
God damn it.
Where you go? Sounds like you had a janitor joke, but I'm the one cleaning up.
Well,
Answer your question, yes, because
You answered that
normal
like a
normal
Nazi
people
scientist.
lie on their applications. You don't think a Nazi would lie on his job application?
Yeah, they're like, oh shit.
Have you ever
He's
been
bumping the
convicted of a?
numbers.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Hey, does a war crime count as a felony? Oh no.
He's like-
Okay, cool.
he's also like bragging. He's like, no, I killed like a lot of those. I was involved. They're like, oh wow.
You heard it here
We'll pay you
first.
more.
Ben was involved in the Holocaust, boys. Get him.
I was actually. My family was.
I don't know if I've never traced my lineage back. that
Ben's
far.
directly responsible for the Holocaust.
My ancestors were a big part of it actually.
I have an ancestor that fought for the South during the Civil War.
They
so
were,
that's enough for me.
They were actually instigators.
You
So
would yee
They would
for
get
that.
paid to walk around Germany, and they would get paid to like instigate, like aggression acts on Jewish people. That was like a job, and that was my grandfather did that.
That's insane.
Did they do any of the Masonic temples?
Completely joke.
I was like that. I would never.
When
tell
I was
anybody
your
that.
age, I was hassling Jews for a nickel.
You were just rage baiting people.
Rage bait IRL, babe.
Nazi rage baiter.
I get paid $50 an hour to be a troll in real life.
That is more chicken strips than I've ever eaten in one sitting. By probably like
You an oyster guy?
6.
You ever fuck with oysters?
One time, I ate 75 oysters at
On the shell?
Shucks. Mm-hmm. In a half shell, and
Oh.
How many bitches did you fuck that night?
I threw up when I got home, and it was just fucking like
Oysters.
boogers.
How
dude.
hard? How
I
hard
was
were you when you threw up?
Oh my god, dude! I slimed out of my fucking face, dude. Like I almost like
Coming out the nose and everything, or
dude.
what?
Yeah,
I
well, I was
couldn't-
worried
yeah,
about
I
it. I was
couldn't
like, dude,
imagine.
I think I got some of the sea boogers in my fucking nose and my dude. It was.
An
and it
oyster.
looked-
I'll
in my
tell you what.
nostril.
One time I had
It
shucks and I
looked-
ate a bunch of oysters before I came and did a show. I smoked a cigarette and I was a little bit anxious. And yeah, oysters, they slip right back up. I think some of them are still alive.
You think some of them? I mean,
Why
honestly,
not? We don't know what an oyster moves like.
Apparently, there's a
cold.
lot of parasites in oysters.
Is there? I'd believe it.
That's not true.
You just tried saying Jesus was fucking older than Buddha.
Don't look it up.
Look it
Look,
up.
dude, I wasn't wrong. I was operating off of
Wrong information.
Off of wrong information from people I trust. So we've all been there. So like, understand, okay? It's not the time for insinuations.
Yeah, try that shit in court, motherfucker.
I do.
Uh,
I actually done that in court. That exact thing.
You invite me on your podcast. You humiliate me.
Oh, Jesus.
We've established so much trust between us, and we've broken it all so quickly.
Look it up.
Dude, you
How
should let
cyclical.
me smack this. I think we're actually both. I think both of our.
You're smacking that.
dying,
They're
What's
both
your
dying?
what's your bloodline? Big dog.
Swedish mostly.
Sweden.
Swedish mostly.
Sweden.
Swedish
German
pretty dope.
Taylor, and then the other side, my family, it's
You're a bunch of rapists too.
American mutt because
No,
That-
the Swedish
the
were
other-
the first feminists.
the other side of the family.
Yeah, but they were brutal, dude.
The other side of the family
and now everybody wants to
came
move
west when Tennessee was considered the West. So
there. Tennessee.
so the other half of my family is very American mutt-ish.
You look like an American mutt.
Yeah, I'm related to Jesse James, a train robber.
Really? Is that true? That's pretty fucking dope, actually.
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool person to be related to.
Jesse.
Yeah, you can look up a picture of him. He looks. We got similar facial structures.
You look like him?
I look fairly close.
Damn, dude.
I'm a descendant of his brother. Yeah, Uncle Jesse James.
You're a
Papa was-
descendant
he was
of
a
his brother.
bushwhacker. He was a bushwhacker during the Civil War.
Well, that's
which means
that's different.
he rode the edges of the territories and like robbed farmhouses for the
Was
South
his brother
for
doing
supplies.
the same shit?
And then the Civil War ended. He just kept doing the same shit, but for himself instead of for the South.
Was his brother doing the same shit?
Didn't they kill
Yeah,
him in
they were part of
Colorado?
the-
No, King
Oh,
James.
I was
They
like,
shoot
or
him.
was his brother just like in an office in Philadelphia or something?
No, he was out riding. He was out riding about.
He's like, my fucking idiot brother.
I think
is
he
out there."
he ended up getting out and like doing a farm and turned into a farmer before
Oh.
he got killed.
Yeah,
So
where did
he,
they shoot
so
him?
you're a descendant of a quitter.
He didn't
It's-
quit. He got shot by his like partner.
Yeah, he eventually got killed.
Blew the fuck
Okay.
back and
As,
had it
as
back of
long
his
as
head
your
out with a
father
shotgun.
died by the gun.
Well, and it's through my mother's side.
Ooh,
So
that bitch.
my mom's a nice lady. Reece met my mom, so did Taylor.
Your mom was very nice.
She's a very cool mom. They were fucking handy.
You're like, she listens to this.
Yeah, very
Cool
supportive
family.
They're very supportive. They were very cool.
And I really appreciated the invite into their really cool loft garage thing. And I appreciated all the hospitality. And I don't endorse anything that Ben has stated publicly about your mother.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I think it was a real low blow and a real dick move, to be honest.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody
Yeah.
else does.
Unlike 98% of comedians, I have a really good family, so I can't really bitch about that at all. I mean, I got some that I don't like that we'll talk about off air. They know who they are.
Fuck you.
Yep.
What were their names
They
again?
won't listen. But, well, you know 'em.
It's the white side.
Randy? Jessica?
Gary.
Gary?
Gary.
Oh,
I know
Gary.
a couple good Garys.
Gary's a good
I've
name.
known good Garys and bad Garys.
I
I've known
like
too
the
many
name
Garys.
Gary.
Too many?
It's too many Garys. How do you feel about a Barry?
Barry? I've never
I don't like
ran into a
Barry.
Barry.
I don't like Barry.
I don't know.
I don't know about a D.O. and Don.
Terry?
D-O-N, Don.
Terry? Gary, I like.
Well, there's a couple rules. You know, you never let a wet dog in the car. You never share a joint with a guy named Don. So,
What?
Who wrote that?
I don't know. I think it's from Supernatural, probably.
Is that your show?
It used to be.
It's a good show.
I've lived a lot of lives.
What's your show now, dude?
What's my show right now?
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately.
Ooh, which one?
Right now I'm on Voyager.
Ooh.
Which is
So you're
wild.
not fucking with First Generation
I already watched
or
it.
Next Generation.
I already watched
That's
Next
the goat,
Generation.
if
so.
you ask me.
Well, yeah, you go through that one, then you watch Voyager, then you watch Deep Space Nine. You know, you really get through it. Taylor, to specify
What?
this to you. To
What?
Put it through into terms your bonehead can understand.
What?
Star Trek,
Yeah.
they're trekking through the stars.
Do the stars. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I believe in the Galactic Federation of Light, dog. I believe in the real fucking Star Trek.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me. Oh, you want to watch the fictional Earth star? No, bitch. I think we have to fucking plan up with some star people, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that I'm wrong because I didn't watch Star Trek. Gleep glop gleep gloop. Look, I could do that too. Sorry, I'm really sorry. That was rude.
No, yeah, I don't know why you'd say gleep gloop openly like that.
Yeah.
That's the forbidden tongue. It's never before has it been uttered in these walls.
That's off.
Yeah.
That's broken. That's
That
dead.
is.
Yeah, what's going on with that, man?
That's-
It's really pissing me off, to be honest.
That's the N word for Glorpians, and I can't believe you would do such a thing.
Fuck a
And try
Glorpian.
to alienate.
Have a war with
Oh,
us,
fuck a Glorpian, dude.
dude. Fuck a.
I mean, I'll sit on here and talk shit about China all goddamn day, but I won't stand for this Glorpian.
I'm
hate.
a proud Pleiadian member, dog. You can't fucking look
From
at
the
me.
Pleiades?
Are you?
Look at these fucking blue eyes, dog. Or they're green, but whatever.
Oh.
Probably not. I think I'm from Orion,
Huh.
but I was adopted before the lizards took over by the Pleiadians.
Taylor's the type of guy he would award colored contacts to get into the Hitler Youth.
The fuck I would. I wouldn't have had to do that.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
I had blue eyes as a kid. I was fine.
My eyes change color, so
Mine do too.
if
Depends on
I'm
what
if I
wearing.
could just be horny all the
Depends
time,
on
my
what you're
eyes would
wearing.
stay blue.
Mhm.
So
if I got blue on,
fine.
it's more blue. If I got green on, it's more green.
My eyes
Yeah.
change color depending on the light.
Mine's the
Yeah.
shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I wear a certain color shirt.
I think that's just color theory.
I think
You think your eyes are like, well, I'm wearing blue.
Yeah.
Better be blue.
it's the reflection off of it.
So your eyes aren't.
So what happens when
turning
you wear a
blue.
mesh tank top to the max?
I get assaulted, dude. I get abused.
That's the place you want to get abused at.
Well,
It isn't.
if
It's
you're
the
gonna get
last place,
abused,
actually. It's the last place I'd want to be abused at. I'd rather be abused at Chuck E. Cheese before I get abused as a grown man in a.
Is this a good gay scene in this town? Do they pop off here?
Dude, yeah, the bar got rated like #1 in the nation for best gay bars like a lot of times.
There you have it. You have.
It's actually impressive inside. I've been in there.
Welcome back to the segment of Unpasteurized. Phone a fag. Sorry.
And I'll tell you, if you really want to phone a fag, you've already got him here right now. It's usually a cover charge, and it is cash only bar. But
Yeah.
dude, like, you want
Is
to
it-
pick up guys for sure? Yeah, you can go to the max, but it's
They got some hot ones in
They've
there.
got
some
some-
like feminine.
they've got some
I would
hot
need-
girls in there, bro.
Hell
like,
yeah.
If the set like that's where
But
if
they don't
you
wanna
want to
get hit
dance,
on.
if
They don't wanna
you
get
are
hit on.
if you are anybody on a Saturday and
They
you're
play
downtown,
polka?
if you want to really dance, you want to be around a lot of people, you are going to the max. And you're like, well, yeah, it is like the thing is, it is like technically a gay bar, but like you
They're
would
supportive.
if there weren't all the like
Gays.
all the well the thing is it's the real thing about it is it's the TVs that are playing like it's just like a lot of them are just like a dude's hip to like his like upper knee, and it's just like just him dancing, but you don't see what he looks like at all. It's just like dick, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And it's like great, you know, but you don't. There's no nudity or whatever. But that and the bartenders, they're all like wearing some fucking skimpy gay, super gay shit, you know, like barely nothing on too. But like other than that, everybody that's there, it's like hot chicks, down to earth people, a good amount of gay
Yeah.
dudes, you know, like you'll
What do
see
you think
like
about a
your
girl
trans
doesn't shave her
people.
butthole?
Well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of girls don't shave their butthole. They don't like have a shitload of hair there, you know.
That's a myth.
Yeah, I'm gonna on this one.
Girls have hairy buttholes. They
Some
just
girls
shave-
have, yeah. Some girls got hairy buttholes.
They shave everything else. Why don't you think they're shaving their butthole?
I've just never been with somebody who's had to shave theirs.
I've watched them do it.
Oh, okay.
Lucas, you got
Made requests.
a hairy butthole story? Not from you or
You ever floss your teeth?
I've actually never seen a. Well, no, that's not true. I've seen one girl with a hairy butt. Yeah.
bingo.
Yeah, and
It's
she
not
was.
like a lot, but it's enough.
Yeah, they don't have like ass hair like a man. It's not like they're a Persian fucking guy
I mean,
trying to
more
sell
than
rugs.
3 is too much.
No, I mean, like, I've never been like.
It's not as
whoa.
long or bushy. Yeah,
To me, I always figured, like, yeah, I guess girls just don't grow hair there, you know?
They
Just
don't
like,
really grow as much hair as
Girls
we
will
do.
have, like, a mustache a little bit. Like, some will have it pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, like, most every girl, if, like, you catch them out in the
Oh,
sun,
with the
you'll
peach
see some
fuzz?
stash.
Yeah, you see that
But
peach
it's,
fuzz.
like,
They're
not
all
a big-
fuzzy.
It's not a big deal at all.
They're all fuzzy.
And a lot
yeah.
of girls don't shave. They're like, wow.
A lot of girls don't shave. That's a new
Not the
thing.
face,
Face
you
shaving's
know?
a new thing for women.
But, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's the same thing with a woman's,
I love.
ass.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, have you seen some major
I've
ass
seen
hair
not
on a
like
girl?
terrible, not like really long, where I was like, damn, that thing's like fucking 4 inches when I pull it out.
You never grab a machete before you put your dick in it.
Yeah, but I didn't have to do that.
Cut all the vines back.
It wasn't that bad. I was just like, oh, she's got.
Put on an explorer's hat.
She just had a little circle of hair around there, and they were short or whatever. But I was like, there they are.
Yeah. You ever seen a?
Huh?
You ever seen a girl's butt so hairy? Creedence Clearwater starts playing. Some folks are born.
Yeah. No.
What the
I-
fuck?
It's like
'Cause she's
Vietnam,
she's-
like the jungle.
Made a race flag.
Ooh,
that red, white, and blue. It ain't me. Is there ghosts back here?
Why are we all looking over here?
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Got a weird vibe.
If Ben saw what we were looking at, he would not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's right here. Yeah. In the corner back here. Yeah.
You guys are
That's
bullies.
him.
Yeah, when I first met Taylor and I didn't know him that well, I knew that he was like I knew that he'd be like a kind of an impressionable person in certain like small aspects. So I thought it'd be really funny to fuck with him. And so one of my favorite things to do after shows here would be like, "Hey Taylor, it's good seeing you and shit, man. Like you did like love your sets. Also, I'm pretty sure they're watching you." And I'd be like, "But hey, man, have a good rest of your night," you know. And I'd leave, and it became like a running thing to tell Taylor like they're watching you, like, "Hey, man, they know they're watching you." Like, "Hey, man, I did tell them that you were here tonight," you know.
It fucked with me. It really did.
I have no doubt.
Especially the first time, you didn't know if I was joking or not, and I gave you like a 1 second eye contact thing that like you could be like, "Okay, I'm pretty sure he is joking." But I didn't otherwise say that I was joking.
Yeah,
and
he
then I
just left. Yeah. He would just do that. It's like so many times, like this fucking guy. And you know, so that's what fucking gets me about you is you look like you could be a good undercover. I'm just saying, you're like doing your polls and your parkour.
I've
and
never
shit.
said that I'm not. I've never once.
I know that's
I've
the
never
fucking
once
trap.
claimed.
legally can't. You have to admit to it.
That is not
that's-
true.
I
He's
don't
got a
know if
gun in
that's
his
true.
arm
And
zipper.
two, you don't have to check that. I'll tell you right now that is not true.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
true.
That entrapment thing.
Totally true.
No,
It is true.
do not.
Look it
Do
Cops
not.
told me that. Cops
All right,
were like,
yeah.
Dude, I have to tell you.
No, I'd have to tell you if I was a cop.
And I was like, all right, cool. You have to tell
No.
me. You just said you would have to tell me.
No, and especially
Do it.
because a big part of being undercover, like if you had to legally tell somebody you were a cop, that would put an undercover agent in so much danger. Like it's
Reece,
not.
fucking tell us. just say it.
If there's one thing I'm not, it's gonna tell you.
You know what? That's mean. That's so mean. God damn it. My heart plays.
Dude, if anything, I'd be like an undercover hitman. There's no way I'd be a cop.
Do you think that some of these people are cops? Do you think any of these people in this town are implants?
Yeah.
Implants.
Yeah,
Government
absolutely.
implants.
I think all sorts of people in every town are government implants.
I think Shank's a cop.
Dude, January 6th. January 6th was all fucking government implants. It was all FBI agents. I think there are more than you think.
Dude,
Well,
Bubbles is a cop.
yeah, Bubbles was the bubble.
I don't think anyone that goes on stage in the comedy scene's an implant. That'd be wild.
You don't think none of the lesbians.
And especially, it wouldn't be me if they
I'm looking.
was.
I'm looking towards the lesbians.
Yeah, I mean,
One of the lesbians was funny tonight.
Yeah, that's
one of the women were funny tonight.
that bitch was funny.
Which girl went up that wasn't a lesbian? You know?
Well, one of them said she was fucking a guy.
Yeah, she said she's bisexual.
Well, they
Yeah.
all fuck guys.
They've
but
all taken dick.
Well, that's the thing is like
there was no
we're like,
gold
we
star
get-
lesbians
we get
here.
it.
No.
You have a couple drinks and kiss your homegirls. Like
You
so
just get
does
so
every woman.
we get it. You drink enough, and then you just get so horny that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that.
Seen it 100 times.
I know. Let's watch
I
it
get
again.
that. I've
Case
been
look.
there. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Dude, me and
It's
Lucas
going-
was there on the 4-wheeler the other
Yeah,
day.
it's going into Casey's about closing time and seeing their one slice of pizza left on the rack and say, "Well, that's fucking better than nothing."
Well,
You know,
Is
it's
there-
not really
is
what
there
I
one
wanted, but
slice of pizza you would eat.
You're
and-
like-
and there one you wouldn't.
I'm not in this room. No, but
You're like,
You'd eat all our pizzas a slice.
no, I wouldn't eat any pizza in this room. I've had enough chicken.
yeah, that's what keeps us at bay, man. We
gotta
all
have enough- you
chicken
gotta
in
have
our
enough
lives
chicken
that
to
we
keep
don't
the
need
pizza
to
at
eat
bay.
the pizza, dude, yeah.
Dude, that was like, that was a shitload of chicken.
Those 50 strips.
We ate
Four
50
guys.
and 4 orders of fries and 4 Texas toasts, and it's all gone.
We're fine. That was fine.
Yeah, I'm actually not that fine.
We're gonna
but
have
I
to-
am,
I'm gonna need a cigarette,
Dude.
so badly. Should we
Yeah.
wrap this thing up?
I think we probably should.
No,
I
we
think
don't
it's
wrap
been-
up
I think it's been
anything.
good.
Fucking raw dog,
like
raw
to,
milk.
Well, yeah,
we
we
don't raw. You know,
Well, yeah,
we'll
I know-
raw the end.
I know you'd rather leave this mess for a woman to pick
yeah.
up.
How
but
about instead of
we
saying
should
we're gonna
probably
wrap
take
this
care of
thing
it.
up, we're gonna cream pie it.
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
You down
That's
to
how
cream
it's
pie?
supposed to be done.
Yeah. Call us Little Debbie because we're gonna cream pie.
I'd like to be back. This was a good time.
You had a fun
fellas.
time?
Yeah, this is a good podcast.
It was good
It's
to
a great
have you.
format. This
Well,
is very chill, very
thank you.
honest, very unfiltered, unpasteurized, very direct, live and direct.
it truly is. What do you want
It's been great.
people to go out to? This
You
will
got
be
anything
next
to
week.
plug? You plugging
Um,
anything?
Nothing.
be out
Nothing to
Next
plug,
week.
but all these bitches holes in Omaha, dude.
Airtight
Is that
sluts.
right?
Airtight
Yeah, dude.
sluts.
Just plugging holes.
Follow
all
us on
summer.
Private Society.
Chickens preferably, but pizza will do. You know?
Follow me on my OnlyFans. Other than that, that's all.
What
I
is
got.
your OnlyFans? Plug it.
That's it.
uh,
Actually, plug it.
Yeah.
Plug.
You got it, dude. That was a good guess.
Oh yeah. Throw. What do you got? You got anything going on?
What am I plugging? Anything?
We'll say who you are then and say.
Plugging
sure.
up Reece later,
You wanna
probably.
know something actually? I am about to launch an app called the Perfect Partner Keyboard, and it's made for men who don't want to text their girlfriends. AI will just do it for you.
You heard it here first, folks.
So if anybody wants it,
This is true. I've seen I've seen his website that he's developing. I've seen the process. It is not like just some idea. It is like a couple steps away from being released publicly, and like it's pretty.
If you thought
fucking
losing
wild.
your girlfriend to your friend was bad, try losing her to your phone.
Your phone makes me come just in my head.
it's
Way-
dude, it's
way
it's
better
li-
than-
it's
Your
literally-
phone has touched me in ways that you never could.
Dude, it's literally to just press 2 buttons and not have to think about actually having to text your girlfriend. Like all the times that you're doing shit, and you're like, man, I would just like to continue doing it, but then you go home and you get bitched at for not texting them back. It's like, dude, it's solved right there. Bam,
Man
bam,
reserves a
bam,
point.
bam.
If it works, it works. You know what? You want to throw that beta test at me? I'll see what we can come up with.
There you go, exactly.
Lucas.
Taylor's gonna have
I
hosts in
told
different
him,
area
it's like
codes.
it's like he made the perfect app for me to use on him. You know. He'll be, he'll be hitting me up about his new app. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God. It's this guy on his new app
Well,
again.
someday.
Well, use his app.
Well, you know, really, I noticed all my friends really weren't getting back to me anymore. So I just made an app that made it so that my friends would get back to me, and they all they had to do is use my app, and it would always text me back when I texted them, and it made me feel good inside. So I said, why don't I spread that out to the whole world? And now, every time somebody else sends a text, I get a message because I need the validation.
You're right on the money.
Anyway, chicken strips, not pizza. Either will do. But
Chicken
anyway,
strips, not pizza,
what do you got? Follow the French penis, Mr. Z Schlong.
What the fuck is that?
Z double E Schlong, daddy.
Yep, that's his Instagram handle is
French
Z Schlong.
Z Schlong.
Z Schlong.
The
French- so I've been-
penis.
So I've been calling him the French penis for like 6 months now.
That's actually crazy.
Thank you. I came up with that when I was like 12.
Smiley
The
Comedy,
French penis.
unpasteurized. Follow it, give it a like,
Follow it.
share it, send it to your aunt.
Your mom.
Fucking leave it on for your dogs when you leave for the day. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't care. We just want the numbers. That way Spotify will start paying us and we can start arguing with people for sponsorships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it. Milk them titties, baby.
Pull them petites.
Chicken all the way.